What up? What up? Ooh, that sound loud. What up? What up? What up? Are we live? Are we live? We are live. Okay, we are live up in here. I forget my little banner. What up, y'all? What's going on? All right. Groovy always stops by. Either Groovy stops by early or I keep getting a message from Groovy every time before I start. So I don't know if this is a glitch or Groovy stops by before I start the live and drops a comment. Every week, Groovy has a comment in here, and I don't know what the deal is with that. But anyway, what is what is up, everyone? How's everyone doing? What is up? I forgot to do my intro. Hey, yo, what is up, everybody? It's your girl, Jay. We are live. It is Tuesday Night Live, and we are here to talk about so much transpired, so much happened. But shout out to Brittany. Brittany, what is going on? Hello, welcome to the live. Oh, okay, Groovy. See, I don't normally see you in the live. I'll see your comment, but I don't see you in the live. So I'm like, is it a glitch? Because every week, Groovy is in the comments in the very beginning, but then I don't see Groovy anymore. But okay, I see you now. Thank you. Thanks for being the first in the comments. I appreciate it. Hold on, y'all. It is hot in this room. I need to, I gotta turn on the AC or do something, turn the heat down. But what is up? I hope everyone is doing well. I hope everyone has had a great week because this weekend, y'all, like we're going to get to it, but OMG, the things that transpired over this weekend with NCAA women's basketball and these conference tournaments, highs and lows and surprises and everything. And it was some really, really good basketball, like Nolan said. What up, Nolan? Good evening. What a great weekend of women's basketball. And it was crazy. I'm not going to hold, I have clips. Y'all, I had to work late today. So, I have a bunch of clips in here. I don't know if I'm going to get to play them because I don't think I did any edits. I might have not. I don't remember. But I literally got off work, came home, fed my dogs, took them out. I ate real quick, and now I'm here. So I didn't have a chance to do a lot because I was at work late. So forgive me if this is a little choppy, but this is real casual. This isn't you're not watching ESPN. We're just kicking in. We're going to talk about some basketball. So I'm going to play as I remember the things that I want to talk about. If I can remember, I'll hit the clips and we'll talk about those things. Quickly before we get into NCAA, I like to always find a reason to bring my aces into the fold because I'm an aces girl. The aces, I talked about last week that they were close to selling out, and I misspoke. I said their home games, but it was their season tickets, and they sold them out. They're the first WNBA team in the history of the WNBA to sell out all their season tickets, which is all obviously their home games for their people that buy season tickets. So 8,000, I might get this wrong, 8,600 or something is how many tickets they sold. And yes, shout out to the Aces. Now, so when I was looking for tickets, I kept telling y'all like it was very hard to find tickets. And when I did find them, they were $200, $500, $700, and I didn't know what was really going on. Come to find out that next month is when single game tickets come out. So when I was looking at tickets, I was looking at the season tickets, and there's no reason for me to buy season tickets for the Aces because I live in Texas and they're in Vegas. And so I probably wouldn't get to many, but actually $200 for season tickets is not that bad. I probably should have jumped on that had I known that was for the season and not for regular because I wanted some really good seats. So the close ones were like $500 to $1,000. So I wasn't too sure if I wanted to spend that kind of money on a single ticket. Now that I know there was a season, I should have jumped on it. But anyway, regular tickets, single game tickets go on sale in April. So I'm back in the running for getting to go to one of the Aces games. Hopefully I get to go to 2 home games at the house in Vegas to see the Aces play. And I think I'm going to go to Dallas, watch the Dallas Wings and watch the Aces there in Dallas. And I might catch, I ain't really got the Caitlin Clark fever like that, like everybody else, but you know, I might have to go ahead and check her out as well and see what she's going to do in the league. If she's going to be lighting them up. I'm not saying she won't. Don't start. I'm not saying she won't. I'm just saying we're going to see. I want to see it in person. So I might end up getting an Indiana Dallas ticket as well, but we'll see. Anyway, what else is going on? Or let me get to some of these comments because I did see something about some jerseys in here. RC says, J Spot, ayo, hey you. What's up, RC? Thank you for showing. I appreciate it. I thought I missed half of the show. No, I had to start late because I was working late today. And I actually started a little bit later than I thought because I was rushing. I was rushing to get here, y'all. RC says, we ain't watching ESPN, we watching JSPN. Okay, if that's what you want to call it. It's very, very lightweight ESPN. Nothing professional over here. Groovy says, I'm not a fan of their new jerseys. Okay, same here. Same here. I posted about that. I made a post about it, just what did people think about the jerseys. I don't like it. I mean, eventually it may grow on me. They're not going to change it. So eventually it will grow on me because that's what their colors are now and that's what it's going to be. They do have a red jersey coming out. They had like a little sneak peek of it, but I don't know what those are going to look like yet. But I'm not a fan. Well, it's 2 reasons I'm not a fan of the jerseys. One is when you look at their logo now and the things they have in their merch and stuff like that, everything looks muted. Like I'm used to seeing the black, white, and red, touch of gold here and there when you look at Aces logos. And now when you look at it, it's like they just took all the color out. White and silver it just washes itself out. And I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it yet. The second thing I don't like about it is because yes, they were formerly San Antonio Superstars, San Antonio Silver Stars. And then before that, if I'm not mistaken, they were Detroit Shock, but those are the Silver Stars colors, but also those are the Spurs colors, San Antonio Spurs of the NBA. And in my Kobe days, when I was a Lakers fan, I did not like the Spurs. I did not like the Spurs. And living in Houston at the time, whenever the Spurs came to play the Rockets, of course, we wanted the home team to win. So it was like always a battle between San Antonio and Houston whenever they played us. And then just the Spurs being a thorn in my side as a Lakers fan is like they just would not go away. So that just makes me think of the Spurs, and not that I hate them now. I mean, I like watching them play. Wemby is something to see if you guys are into NBA, but I don't know. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of it, but it's whatever. Groovy says, went to their game in New York. Oh, wait, any game with Aces in New York is a battle. So did you go to a game that they won or did they lose? Because I'm trying to think, if you saw them in New York, did they beat New York at home last year at all? I don't remember. I don't think they did. But that had to be a really good game. The biggest question is, Groovy, did you see Ellie the elephant? What was she up to? because I'm a fan of hers. I would like to go to New York and meet Ellie. 12 Kyle says, hey, J Boog, what up? What is up, Kyle? Thank you for dropping by. I always appreciate it when I see you. Brittany says, I want to see a Storm versus Aces. Yes, Storm versus Aces is going. Really, the way that these teams are forming, it's a lot of teams that I'm excited to see how they're going to match up against the Aces. But that Seattle team, that big three with Jewel Lloyd, what am I thinking? Stormy, Jewel Lloyd, NCAA, and Skylar Diggins-Smith. That's going to be crazy. That's going to be crazy to see them play. And they're so excited to play. And they know each other. They played together before and stuff like that. So that's going to be very, very interesting and a good matchup. So, yeah, I agree with you, Brittany. I would like to see that. RC says, I'm still an Aces fan right now. Okay, I know you're on the fence, so we'll see what happens when the season starts. RC also says, looks like the Las Vegas Silver Stars. It does. It's muted. I don't know whose court this is, if it's the Brooklyn Nets in the NBA, but they have a court that's black and gray, and it almost looks like it's not real. And it kind of makes a cool effect if you're watching it on TV. I wonder if the Aces would do something crazy like that to their floor, or if they'll just leave the regular hardwood and just have that lame logo on there. I don't like the logo being so like plain like that. Groovy says it's actually Utah Stars. Oh, Utah Stars, not Detroit. Oh, okay. Not Detroit Shock. Detroit Shock turned into Dallas Wings. You're right. I mixed that up. Yes, Utah Stars turned into the Silver Stars of San Antonio, who turned into the Aces in Vegas. Thank you. I appreciate that. They lost, unfortunately. Yeah, that's what I thought. I didn't think they won any games in New York. Groovy also says, yes, Ellie is that girl. I wish I got a pic with her. I was close to the floor. Ooh, I want to meet Ellie. She thoroughly entertained me during the finals. When she came out with Lil' Kim and she had on the Mary J. Blige boots, I about lost it. I about lost it. And when she did the water challenge on TikTok, that's where I saw her. I'm like, who is under there? I need to know who's under that costume, and I need to give them like a big high five because they get down, whoever's under there. RC says, I thought the old Spurs were boring as sheet. It took me a long time to truly appreciate Tim Duncan for just how great he truly was. I ain't really watched them until they played LeBron's Heat. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I was looking at something else. Yeah, I didn't like them. I mean, Tim Duncan was very good. What did they call him? The big fundamental? Because he just played regular basketball. It wasn't anything too flashy, but he got the job done. But it's like the Spurs were just always around. And like if the Lakers fell short, that's when the Spurs will come in and get a championship. And then they were just like battling us. I didn't like it. I didn't hate the team. I liked Ginobili and Tony Parker. I met Tony Parker one time. Tim Duncan and all them. And I even watched when David Robinson was there. But I was never a big fan of the Spurs. RC says Cameron Brink declared for the WNBA draft. I was going to mention that after I got done talking about this right now. But yeah, she did declare for the WNBA draft, which means if the projections are correct, she will be going to the Los Angeles Sparks. So that will be interesting. 12 Kyle says, I had to come through to get some WNBA talk and the college women's hoop talk. I'm doing a bracket for the ladies. I may need your help. I got you, Kyle. I told you, I got you, and then RC's got me, and we'll figure it out one way or the other. I'm usually not that great with brackets, so I don't know, but I'm excited to try one out. RC says, I'm nervous, Jay. I got my oxygen mask ready for the NCAA tournament. Right. It's going to get crazy. It's going to get pretty crazy. All right. I think I got through all the comments for right now. Cameron Brink, yes, going to the draft. We don't know about really anybody else that hasn't declared, who is eligible that hasn't declared yet. We don't know. We know Angel says she's waiting until she plays her last game to let us know. Who else? Cardoso. She hasn't said anything yet. We know Pow Pow is staying. Paige Beckers is staying. Of course, we know Caitlin Clark is leaving. I'm trying to think who else. Rakia Jackson. I think she's in her 5th year at Tennessee. I'm not 100% sure. I think I heard the commentator say that. But she hasn't announced. Really, no one else has announced yet, other than Cameron right now, that we didn't already know about. So I'm interested to see, because Rakia Jackson is at 3 right now. I think if she would get drafted, they're projecting her to go 3. Cardoso, I think, is 4. And I think they got Angel Reese at 7, unless they changed it again. But we shall see, y'all. I don't know. I got the jitters because it's just too much. Too much has happened this weekend. I getting my thoughts together. I just, it's been hard. It's been hard to get my thoughts together and have a cohesive show. So I'm probably going to be jumping all around in here. Let me see. Robert says, hello, everyone. What is up, Robert? Welcome to the live. RC says, 12 Kyle podcast, Jay. Y'all don't need to ask for my help. I'm too emotional. Robert says Sakima Walker didn't say anything. I know she didn't say anything. Now, Dawn Staley did say she didn't think she would get a look from the WNBA. So I don't know. I guess she could still declare to go into the draft. I don't know if she'll be drafted, but yeah, she hasn't said anything either. As far as I know, she did post a really funny picture or a little video on TikTok. Because as y'all know, the whole thing that happened, we'll get into it. She did not get to cut down the net when South Carolina won, but she posted. I don't know if I can pull the video up. She posted a video. It literally was like a crayon picture drawn like stick figures, and it was her, or I guess she said that was her cutting the net down, but it was like stick figures. She was like, this is the only picture I got. The only way I can celebrate, because of course she couldn't be on the floor when they won, but we will get into that. We'll get into that. Dream Chaser, what is up? Welcome to the live. Dream Chaser says, as an LSU, I'm disappointed with Mulkey and the things she says is going to hurt the program. We're going to get into that as well. I have thoughts. Nolan says, depending on how the draft shakes out, the preseason schedule, I can potentially see Cameron Brink and Camilla play their first pro games at the preseason game in Canada, LA versus Seattle. Oh, that's right, because both Camilla and Brink could be drafted to LA. Interesting. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. I'm interested if Camilla goes to the W. I want to see I'm sure there's no bad blood. Again, I'll talk about this as we get into it, but usually when little tiffs happen on the court, is not all the time is there hard feelings, because, you know, they know how the game goes and they'll move on. But she did get into it with Satu Sabali from Dallas Wings, and when they were playing for the Olympics, Cardoso's on Brazil, Satu and her sister were playing for Germany, and they got into it. So it'll be interesting to see them go battle again in the pros this time. So I'm excited to see that. 12 Kyle says to RC, as long as I can pick South Carolina. Look who showed up. Look who is in the building. MMA Lifestyle. I was just talking to MMA Lifestyle. Like, where you been? I haven't seen you. So thank you for showing up. I really appreciate it. RC says, Jay, is going to be a bit time consuming, but I'm trying to do regular season, all Iowa player grades video or vidi. Sometimes I put too much pressure on myself. Jay, you ever feel like that too? Putting too much pressure on myself, not with this, not too much, because let me say this. I like for my shows, whether I'm having a live or doing a video or doing my podcast, I like it to be interesting, entertaining, and something that people like to listen to or watch, that keeps people's attention. But I'm always going to be myself, and I'm always going to do things the way I want to do it in the way that I want to do it. So it might be a little bit pressure because I want things to go perfect. Like I know what the vision that I see for what I want my show to look like or whatever. But on the opposite side of that, like I'm just here to have fun. I'm here to, like I said, do the things the way I want to do it. And with that, it's not too much pressure. So RC, don't let it, whatever you want to do, you do it in your own time and do it at your own pace and you're fine. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. So, I mean, sometimes I want to release some videos. I don't have time to do it. So I might feel away a little bit. And then I'm like, you know what? It's fine. I'll get the video out when I can, or I won't. It's okay. Hopefully the people that sub and watch my videos or listen to me or whatever understand and they like what they have already before them and everything is all good. So I don't feel too much pressure, too much. Just a little bit of perfection. I'm a control freak and I like perfection just a little bit, but I try to get that out of this. This is just fun. Oh, RC says Kim Sicko Moki. Whoa. RC says, you remember that Carl Thomas song, Emotional? I fill out my brackets listening to that song. MMA Lifestyle said we're going to talk about Notre Dame. I'm going to get in that too. Very briefly though, because I'm just so proud of them. I'm gonna brag on them a little bit. Because it wasn't a bunch of, controversy is what everyone's talking about. So it wasn't a whole lot going on. Sorry, y'all. Let me fix my camera. But I'm so proud of that team. RC says her ego going to hurt our future. Oh, I'm sorry, not RC. Dream Chaser says to RC, her ego going to hurt our future. And he's talking about LSU's future. MMA says Camilla has always had a temper hit. Camilla's fast. I just realized how fast she ran across that court. She's quick. RC says she's definitely not a smart woman and she needs a public representative spokesperson. She does. That ain't gonna happen. Kim Mulkey's been Kim Mulkey for too long and that old lady ain't changing. RC says Haley Van Lith didn't want no smoke with Camilla Cardoso. None, not even a little. Yes, and yes. Again, we're gonna get to that. Okay. Io. Please, if I'm saying it wrong, please just help me pronounce it. I'm gonna say Io. But hey, what is up? Welcome to the live. I appreciate you being here. Io says, what's up? And yes, what a very eventful weekend it was. RC said, oh my God. Stop it. Fly J equal floor J. Cut it out. Right. Chill, oh my God. RC says my chill button is out of order as usual. Stop it. MMA Lifestyle says both Flage and Camilla went through the same thing. They both reached their breaking point. Bree Hall and Watkins made Flage reach hers while Angel made Camilla reach hers. Io. Okay. I got it. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Io. I like that. That's pretty. Dream Chaser says, why you got to have jokes about that push? I'm going to tell y'all right now, y'all. I make jokes as well. So I'm sorry if that's going to be offensive to anyone. I love both teams. If y'all watch me long enough, y'all know I love me some LSU and I love South Carolina. Although I do not condone violence of any sort, I do not. So I want to get that out there. But having said that, there are some jokes to be had, and it may come out. That's all I'm saying. Nobody got hurt, so there may be some jokes. Hopefully, y'all are not offended by that, and if you are, sorry. Mo, welcome to the live. How does it feel to know your two favorite teams don't like each other? You know, I enjoyed the competitiveness of both teams. I like that as a team, I guess they don't like each other, because I know like individually they're friends. Some of them are friends. Raven and Angel Reese are best friends or really close friends or something I heard, but they are friends. And I think it was somebody else that were friends on that team as well, on the two teams. So as a team, I love it. I actually love it. I want to see who wants it more. Obviously, I don't want to see any fights break out, but I know that every time they play against each other, they're going to bring the best that they have, and it's going to be a good game. So I'm not really mad at it. What I am surprised at, which I really didn't get till now, and of course I should have known this, is that the fans really don't like each other, which makes sense. But being a person that is a fan of both LSU and South Carolina, I find myself just staying out of the conversations, because it's a lot of LSU fans that go real hard against South Carolina in those comments, and South Carolina fans. There's a lot of South Carolina fans that go hard against LSU fans. And I just stay out of it. I didn't realize it was that bad until this weekend when everybody came out of the woodworks, and I'm just looking at the comments on Twitter and Instagram and everywhere else that people can leave comments. And I did not realize that the fandoms don't mess with each other at all. So I'm probably the only one that is a fan of both South Carolina and LSU. I wouldn't say equally, because I've said this before. I don't really care for Kim Mulkey. Dawn Staley, I love her. So South Carolina kind of gets the edge. But as far as like the team themselves, this version of the team, like this year, I'm a fan of both South Carolina and LSU. So I don't know. I find myself just sitting back and watching things unfold. I just kind of stay out of it. AL says they think they want smoke till they standing in front of Camilla and size her up. Then they're like, you know what? Never mind. Exactly. Haley Van Liv found that out real quick. RC says Camilla the basketball bully. Now she ain't no bully. She ain't no bully now. She big, but she ain't no bully. She be letting a lot of stuff slide. So I ain't gonna let you call her a bully on here. AO says, oh, the joke's gonna fly, period. Right. And they're just jokes, y'all. Literally, I'm not condoning violence. I'm not doing that. I don't want to see people fight. Things were funny that had happened. That's all I'm saying. Dream Chaser says, no, I'm not gonna lie. Haley did run up there to defend Fly J, but Haley was free lunch during the game. She has no defense or defense. That was really, really funny. Jay, I really want to hear your opinion on Fly J's brother running into the court, if you don't mind. I will. Okay, hold on. Before I get into anything else, I'm going to come back to y'all's comments, because we talking a lot about South Carolina and LSU. And before I get into that, let me make sure ain't nobody else saying anything else. Okay. Most of these comments are talking about that. So I'm going to pause on that. So keep your comments there. I'm going to go into this weekend. Okay. So we're going to I want to try to go in some kind of order. So this weekend, the NCAA conference tournaments took place. And obviously, if you watch me, you know I'm a fan of Notre Dame. I'm a fan of LSU. I'm a fan of South Carolina. I did happen to watch some other games as well, but those were the main three that I was, really caring about. Some of the games I would watch just to see who would be battling Notre Dame, or however people pronounce it. But for the most part, I was watching them. So ACC tournament, I'm so proud of my little train engine that could in Notre Dame, because honestly, I'll admit it, I didn't know if they would win it. I believe that they possibly could win it, but I was thinking it's a lot of stuff going on with this team. They don't have all their people. At some point, you would think that Hannah Hidalgo would get tired. Maddie Westbelt, Sonia Citron, Anna DeWolf, like you would think like these players would get tired because they're the main ones playing all the time. They only play with, was it like seven to eight players maybe. And maybe it's mainly seven. And I think of course that's like that with plenty of the teams now. It's been so many injuries that's happened over the course of this season. So a lot of teams have been depleted, but this team, when you have like this big player in Olivia Miles that is on the bench. And again, I'm not going to go through the whole story, but having Hannah Hidalgo kind of take the reins of this team and be the floor general and help lead this team throughout the season, end up getting Rookie of the Year or Freshman of the Year for the ACC and Defensive Player of the Year, breaking all these records, and then goes into this. They end up battling, so they get the 4th seed, and they have a double bye, so they don't play until that Friday, and they tough it out and they make it. Friday, all the games happen with just great games. Nothing really crazy happened or whatever. Saturday is when it hit the fan. Like, everybody was hurt. So Friday or Saturday when Notre Dame played, Kylie Watson, who plays the 5 for them, hurt herself. She hurt her knee. She got lower leg injury is what they call it. We don't know. She was going for MRI. Is that what you call it? MRI? What I think it was supposed to happen yesterday or today to find out exactly what's wrong with her leg. But she went down, and again, they're depleted. The only people that come off the bench for them is Nat Marshall and KK Bransford. They don't really have anybody else. So when she went down, Nat Marshall was going to have to come in and start. Well, she did come in and start the next game, and then they only had KK. That was it. So they were literally playing with 6 people. So when that injury happened, it was, and they ended up battling, getting to the finals. Watson was the person that put the little sticker on the thing to say they're going to the finals, but I just didn't know how they were going to do it. They were playing Virginia Tech, and of course, Kitley was not playing because she has a leg injury. No. They played Friday because Kitley was there. She started crying immediately when Watson went down because, I don't know, I guess she was just emotional because she also went through that. And I think as players, they're sympathetic to things happening like that. So she was just completely bawling on her bench watching Watson go down. So they beat Virginia Tech to go to the finals. But and they play NC State in the finals. So, I mean, for them to will themselves, and it was neck and neck that whole time. Neck and neck. Hidalgo wasn't having the best game in the beginning, but eventually she turned up, her and Maddie Westbelt. Sonia was getting them through the first half. The second half, it was all Westbelt and Hannah Hidalgo, especially the fourth quarter. I think they were the ones that scored most of the points. Besides, I think Sonia scored a couple of points, made a couple of baskets and some free throws. But they turned up and they end up winning 55 to 51, I believe. Very tight game. They end up winning the ACC watching Neil Ivy be so happy. They're celebrating just to see her and Hidalgo, because they're really tight. You know, Neil Ivy played point guard for Notre Dame when she was in college. So they have a very special bond being point guards. And just to hear how well Hannah Hidalgo speaks of Neil Ivy and how the team just rallies around each other. It was awesome to see. It was really awesome to see. So I'm so proud of Notre Dame to end up winning the ACC tournament championship. They deserve it. They beat a lot of teams that people think they wouldn't because they were shorthanded and you didn't have a bunch of big names that were in the lineup, but they pulled it out. They did it, and I'm so proud of Notre Dame. Let's see if anybody's talking about it. MMA Lifestyle said very low scoring ACC title game. Neither team hit 60 points. Notre Dame had great defense. Yes, exactly. It was very low. When I was looking at the score, I was like, man, we're in the fourth quarter, and we're barely making 50 points. Like everyone's at like 40 something points. It was weird, but I guess the defense, the missed shots, they were playing hard on both sides on defense. And then, like I said, a lot of missed shots. I think for the moment, everyone was kind of just had the jitters and just things weren't falling the way they needed to, but they pulled out the win. I'm very happy for Notre Dame. Super happy for them. Then we get to the SEC, right? So Saturday, they end up, was it Friday? Friday for LSU, they're playing Auburn, and everybody on that team got hurt. All 5 starters on that team got hurt. It was crazy. Right in the beginning, like it was maybe 3 or 4 minutes in, or not even. Nisa gets elbowed in the rib. She goes down, and like she stays down there a while. Angel and everybody's on the floor, like trying to see if she's okay. She eventually is okay. She gets up and continues to play, but now she's kind of like, I don't know what's going on with her ribs, but it just either took the wind out of her or obviously it really hurt. But it was a lot going on there. And then at the end of the game, we see she has a black eye. I didn't even see that happen, but she got hit in the eye at some point. Angel rolls her ankle near the end of the game in the fourth quarter. She doesn't come back to the game, but LSU was up enough where they didn't necessarily need to have her in. But she rolled her ankle. Haley Van Lith got tripped up and face planted on the ground. Flage had something happen to her leg, and then right after that, she caught a cramp. Who else? Last Terpoa, something happened. She fell on the ground and fell right on her shoulder. So all the people in the game, they were beat up and bruised. It was a mess. So I'm like, this is only the first game they're playing. They got to play tomorrow and Sunday if they make it to the finals. Like, I don't know if they can hold. They don't have a bench. So I don't know what's going to happen. But Angel said, look, I'm strapping up this ankle. I'm fine. I'm playing. Niece said, yeah, everything hurts, but I'm playing. I'm in here. So I have to take my hat off to them for like, I mean, and that's what athletes do. I mean, I don't want to say it's nothing special because I couldn't do it, but that's what athletes do. Like, they play through pain. I'm sure they would rather be sitting down somewhere resting, but, you know, when you want that goal, that ultimate goal, then you do what you need to do to get it. So they were battling. So when they went in on Saturday and started playing against, was it Ole Miss? That was a battle, and I wasn't sure what was going to happen with that. And as we know, Last Terpoa took a charge, tried to take a charge, and fell and hit the back of her head, like slammed it down. And it was crazy. Like for a long time, she was laying there she's conscious. She's reaching out her hands for people to pick her up. But at that point, I felt like most of the time they say when they hit their head, they immediately want to do like concussion protocol, which is leave them on the ground, don't move them, take them immediately to the back. But for whatever reason, people weren't showing up. It was just the teammates there. They eventually get her up, and Angel is literally holding last tier Poa. You can see Poa has her arms around Angel, and she like really can't stand. And then finally, the medical staff runs over, or the trainers, and then they're trying to walk her to the bench. And I'm like, this girl don't seem like she's stable enough to be walking to the bench. So I don't really know. I don't know what's going on. And then finally they let her down. They had to, because she was not walking. And I was getting afraid. Like, is this girl gonna, like, I hope that she didn't crack her neck or something and they got her walking and this is causing more damage and now she's going to be paralyzed. Like, I'm thinking all this stuff because they had to lay her down, and I could see them like grabbing her feet and like trying to rub her legs, and they're trying to talk to her. I don't see her being responsive. So I'm like, literally, I was in tears watching this because I'm like, this is crazy. Like, basketball is not supposed to be like this. I know people get hurt all the time, but oh my God, like, this young girl is sitting here, laying here, that hopefully, I don't know if she can walk again. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just thinking of, things that could be, bad, which I shouldn't have. But you see the team praying, and then they're crying, they're trying to get it together. It was a lot. They end up taking Poa away on a stretcher, and LSU ends up winning that game. But it was very emotional for them. And luckily, we now know that Poa is okay. She had a CAT scan, everything checked out. They just have her going through concussion protocol, and obviously she wasn't playing that next game. But Kim Mulkey said she's going to be ready to play when the tournament starts. So I'm just happy she was able to make a full recovery. That was super, super scary to see that. AL says that was scary seeing Poa go down. Hope she's recovering well. Yep. She is recovering well. They say, I'll be honest, I don't know if I believe Kim Mulkey half the time when she's talking, but she said she's okay and she's going to be playing. So she's playing. I guess we'll see if she's going to play. MMA Lifestyle says, Ole Miss is a scary sleeper. Ole Miss could have won that game. Like, Ole Miss, Coach Yo and Ole Miss, like that's a special team right there. I don't know. Are they going to make it in the tournament? I couldn't remember if they were and weren't, but if they are, I would love to see what they're going to do in the tournament. Tamika, welcome to the live. Tamika says LSU medical staff kind of sucks. They're like, hey, I know you hit your head, but get off the court. Right. Like, I didn't get that part. Like, you're medical. You're supposed to know. You're the trainers. You're supposed to know what this protocol looks like. And I'm not a medical person at all. And even I know if you hit your head or you have any kind of like head or neck injury, don't move the person until they can get them checked out, because you could damage more things. So I don't know. That was kind of weird. Tamika also says, I don't trust Kim. She lies a lot. Yeah, I feel like she doesn't always. I don't know. Something about her I don't trust a whole lot. MMA Lifestyle says to Tamika that the trainers couldn't act fast because the players were in the way. Also, trainers don't have the same knowledge or same equipment as trauma. Trauma team took forever, though. Yes. What I saw, I felt like the players were there with her. And yeah, sometimes you take a charge and you have to, it might be a little bit before you can get up. You got to gather yourself. I get that. But once they realized and saw that girl struggling to get up, I'm trying to figure out where the staff was at. Because then once Angel was holding her for a while, then they run over. And then they're with her for a little bit there. The medical staff is nowhere to be found. They're just doing whatever. And then as they're struggling to get her to walk, I would have cued the medics to come over, but whatever happened, I don't know. Then they get her to lay down, and then she's there for a long time before the medics come. So I'm not really sure what that was about. I felt like the response time was too short, but it also, when things like that happen, it seems like forever. So maybe not that much time passed. It just felt like it did. I don't know, but I for some reason I felt like it took longer than it needed to. Also check what I said, Jay, about Hannah in the comments. Okay, I'm gonna go find it. Nolan says, and the TV was not showing the replay of last year Poa going down. No information, so emotional and worrisome. Yeah, I think they didn't show the replay because if she was really, really hurt like we thought she was, I think it would be in poor taste to keep playing the replay of her hitting her head in case something really, really bad happened. But yeah, she did. They didn't show a replay of it, probably because of that. But yeah, I was really worried for her. Really worried. Tamika says they should have never tried to walk her. The players, they are players. They don't know, but the medical staff, it's their job. Yeah, I think they should have never picked her up. But again, like many people are saying, like sometimes you're just shaken up. So even she tried to get up, and Angel was just trying to, be the teammate to help her up. Probably just in the heat of the moment, not thinking that something is really, really wrong, that she just needed to shake it off. Because you can hear Angel saying, she's okay, you're okay, Poa. Let's just give her some air, y'all. Come on, she'll be okay, you're okay. So she was like really, willing her to be okay. So no, I don't blame anything on the players. But luckily she's okay. So even though they moved her and everything, we know now that it was okay and she's okay. The trauma team was much older. That's what the MMA Lifestyle says. Tamika says she smacked that court hard. Yes, she did. Tamika, they were doing a paralysis check. It's common when they laid her down. I think you're saying common. Yeah. Yeah, when they were like pinching her toes and moving her legs and stuff, that's when I was getting worried because I'm like, can she not feel her legs? Because now that's crazy. Like that's pretty sad. Let me see. Real quick, MMA Lifestyle says, while Hannah had 22 and won the ACC title, while also winning ACC Rookie of the Year, ACC Defensive Player of the Year, you have Juju, who just won the Pac-12. Yep. Pac-12 title, but Juju only had 6 points. To me, this clearly makes Hannah Hidalgo National Freshman of the Year. You think so? Do you think so? I don't know. Maybe. I mean, yeah, she didn't have the best. They still won, but yeah, she didn't have the best game. I mean, her teammates balled. Her teammates really took over that game. I don't know the young lady's name. I don't remember it. I started watching some of it, but I didn't get to see all of it. But with all the commotion going on, I missed that, and I had to work, so I didn't get to watch that game. But yeah, Hannah taking over in the fourth quarter, helping her team win the championship versus Juju kind of being in the background for that game might cause the edge out of Hannah, but I think they're gonna get Co. I think it's gonna be Co Freshman of the Year for them. Let's see. All right. I'm trying to go back. I'm sorry, I'm jumping around. Trying to go back to some people's comments. Yeah, for sure. Coach Ivy has been doing well as head coach. Hidalgo is a dog. Congrats to Notre Dame. Yep. Congrats. RC says Iowa beat Nebraska in overtime. It was most glorious and vengeful Sunday. I know. I mean, I heard Caitlin was not having the best first half. Did she have 2 or 4 points or something like that during the first half? But then she turned up and dropped 30 on everybody, or 30 or something like that on the second half. 8 likes and 16 people in here. Everyone hit the like button. That's right, Groovy. That's right. It's 20 people in here. I need 20 thumbs up. Go ahead and give me the thumbs up. I appreciate y'all being in here. Give me all the comments. We're jumping around, y'all. This is a buffet of basketball that we're talking about. So much stuff happened this weekend. Right now, we're in between talking about Notre Dame and the first part of LSU's run for the title. So if y'all have comments, go ahead and drop them. I'm going to get through them, but I kind of wanted to go in some kind of order. So yeah, hit those likes. I appreciate it as well. And if y'all are not subscribed, go ahead and give me a sub. I think when I started, I was 3 or 4 away from 300. I've been trying to get to 300 for the longest time, y'all. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. I would really appreciate it. I'm trying to get to 500, but I need to get to 300 first. So help me out with that. All right. Mo says that LSU was playing unhealthy against South Carolina and only got beat by 7. I'll say that's impressive. Yeah, I agree with that. I really do. They were beat up. Speaking of beat up, I'm going to really quickly. This wasn't really funny, but it was kind of funny to me because this is after. Was this after the Ole Miss game? I believe. Yes, after Ole Miss during the press conference. They're talking about the game being physical and things like that. And my poor niece, Morrow, that girl's so beat up. She's sitting there with a black eye. She just looks tired. But here's a little clip of, if this is the right one, this is a little clip of the press conference after LSU beat Ole Miss. And I believe this is a clip of Morrow talking about being physical and some of the things that the team has been through. But if you see how the camera pans to her and she looks so done, that poor baby got beat up Friday and she was still hanging on to make it through to Sunday. But check out this clip. And if it's not edited, y'all, my bad. Again, I didn't have a lot of time to get this stuff together. So I think this is the right clip. And if it doesn't sound good or is echoey, please somebody tell me in the comments that it's not good. Because I didn't check that either before I got on here. So let me know if y'all can hear it and everything's good. But here's this clip.
One more. Corey.
Angel and Anissa both. Angel, you kind of touched on a little bit there, but just talk about you guys coming together while they were, helping last year, and just kind of what were the conversations amongst you ladies while that was happening? Just, how did you guys get through that last 5+ minutes tonight?
Everybody was emotional and tearing up, but our team done been through hell. Like, let's be honest. And we just told each other we have to have each other back. Like, we've been through worse than this, and just have pull her back because she would want us to win this game for her.
Any other questions for the student athletes? Oh, here in the front, on the right.
Anissa, how has it been? This has been a physical week for you, and you've absolutely battled, but nothing seems to stop you.
I know that it's going to be physical every night. I'm very aggressive. I'm a powerful player, and sometimes teams have to throw every bow that they can at me, but that's not going to stop me. I've been through worse, and I worked so hard to get to where I'm at, so I'm not going to be stopped.
Corey?
Angel, it seemed like at least through halftime and the first couple minutes of the third quarter, Ole Miss was really dictating how this game was being played. How difficult and or easy is it for the team to get itself out of that and play the way you guys want to play? And then it looked like in the fourth quarter, out of the timeout, it was let's get Angel the ball, everyone else move out the way, and you went to work there early in the fourth quarter. So just talk about your stretch there in the fourth as well.
Yeah, I mean, understanding that the only 2 players that were scoring was Marquisha and Madison Scott. I mean, me and Madison have been teammates for 3 years and won AAU championships together, so I knew her game. She was hitting shots, and look, obviously she's gotten better, and I've seen mid-range shots, and kudos to her and Marquisha, but we had to understand that we had to stop those 2 players to win this game and understanding what it would take to win. I'm not the player of the year for a reason. I mean, obviously, I work hard. I do whatever it takes to win, and they knew when to get me the ball and get them in foul trouble and score. And it's not all about me, but I do whatever it takes to win, and that was just my moment at that time. So I think we all played together. Flage, Nice, everybody got big rebounds. You got to give kudos to Janae. Janae came in as a freshman off the bench that doesn't get many reps, and made a big time take to the basket in the first half, got a big time rebounds in the second half, played defense on some upperclassmen that she's never had to guard. So you have to realize of the predicament that we're in right now. We don't have Michaela, we don't have Samaya. We're playing 6 or 7 players. You got to be proud of where we're at right now, but we're not done yet.
She said, we're not done yet. But did y'all see Nisa over there? She just, I don't know, it's just something about her. The girl looked like she had it. And that was only the second game that they played. So I'm like, what are they going to do going up against South Carolina the next day, which would have been Sunday? There's another clip I want to show, and hopefully no one said anything. Did the clip play okay? Did y'all hear it okay? Was it echoing? Please let me know in the comments. There's another clip. So there's been some conspiracy theories that Angel is going to go to the W after this season. And this clip, and there's going to be another clip that people are saying you can tell that, you know, she's trying to pass the torch or, you know, whatever. So this clip is where she's like, quit talking about me, and I need y'all to focus more on Anissa Morrow, which I love because y'all know I have a soft spot in my heart for Anissa Morrow. She's someone that I root for all the time that she's on the floor. But for whatever reason, Angel was heated about this. So here's the clip about her talking about Nisa.
In the country, like, to always
hold
be
on.
Just the praise that she gives you being an opposing coach.
I just never really want to let my team down. All day I've been trying to figure out if I was going to play today, and I didn't want to give up on my team and not let us not get to the championship because of me. My ankle is big as a tennis ball right now, but I'm going to do whatever it takes and go out there and fight and fight and fight. And tonight, I'm going to rest up, and I'm going to do it again tomorrow. And then we'll have a couple of days off to get back to the tournament and get ready because we're going to be a top seed. And understanding what it takes to win. Me and Nice work hard every single day. I can't do my job without Anissa. So understanding, like, everybody always gives me the praise, but you got to give Anissa the praise at the things that she does too. She does a lot of great things that I don't do. So I just don't want to always get all the praise. Like, give Anissa her props. Like, give her flowers. She's one of the top guards, posts, whatever you want to call her in the country. Like, I don't want this to always be on me. I don't get the player of the year without Anissa. I don't get my rebounds without Anissa. I don't score without Anissa. So, coaches, yeah, y'all can give me my props. We both player of the year at this point. Period. I'm out.
I'm out. Now that may rub people the wrong way. I love it. I don't know. I love that she's giving props to Anissa, but also we have to understand that this is the press conference after Poa is rolled out on a stretcher, and at this point they don't know what's going on. She's at the hospital getting scans done and stuff like that. So I think emotions were really, really high, and you know, for whatever reason. But I saw in what's up, Country Notary? Thanks for coming to the live. Appreciate it. Why conspiracy theories? That's just what I call it. People have just been planning, making these different videos I've seen online saying that they're finding these little Easter eggs, I guess, of signs that Angel will declare to go to the W instead of coming back. Like telling people to give the praise to Anissa and not her, to kind of pass the torch. And then there's another clip from the press conference after they lost to South Carolina, where she said, we will see them again or something like that. And then she corrected herself. She said, well, when whoever sees them again. So that made it seem like she's saying that she won't be there to see them again. So I don't know. But people have been piecing things together. You know what people do online, especially on TikTok. They'll make a video for everything. But Tamika says, please forgive me. Please forgive, but Reese rubs me the wrong way. poor Morrow looks like damn. Yeah. I like Angel Reese. I don't know, rough around the edges or not, but yeah, poor Morrow was just over there. She just didn't look like she looked like she wanted to just go home. Country Notary says, "Oh, I didn't realize it was a mystery plot." I don't know. People make something out of everything. So I don't know if she's staying or going, and I don't know if these are indications that she is or not. Dream Chaser says, "Yeah, I've been saying Angel might as well leave." I've been saying I think she should stay. I don't know. I've been waiting, like I said last week, when we get this new team, the Golden State, whoever's for the W, that will open up, 12 more roster spaces. So that's more space for people to move around, and then that opens spaces up on other teams. And I don't know. She's slated to go, 7th. So it's not like she's going to miss her spot. But I don't know. I think, I just want her to wait till next season. But whatever she wants to do, she can do. So that happened. LSU won against Ole Miss. And then we have, I thought this was the only time my mind was going to be blown, is when South Carolina played Tennessee on Saturday. This game, when I tell y'all, the way my anxiety is set up, I don't like, as much as I enjoy watching suspense movies, like suspenseful thrillers and stuff like that, literally my anxiety can't take it. And I either have to stop the movie or pause it or do whatever and then kind of fast forward a little bit so I can see what's about to happen, because I can't take the waiting. This is how I am when I'm watching basketball, when it's coming down to the line. And the way that South Carolina almost got beat, they had all but lost that game on Saturday when they let Tennessee come back. Rickea Jackson took over the fourth quarter. Everything is going in. I stopped the game at 4:30 or maybe at 4 minutes because it was getting too close. And South Carolina wasn't hitting shots like they normally do. And they weren't playing good defense like they normally do. Rickea was having her way. And I'm like, okay, we're throwing up threes, we're missing it. And then Rickea comes down and makes a layup. And they're just chipping away at this lead that South Carolina had. Because at one point, I think they were up 13 something points, maybe close to the fourth quarter. And then they ended up losing that whole lead to now they're down. And so I couldn't watch it. It's like me watching the Aces play New York, Game 4, when KP turned the ball over. And I think it was Sabrina Ionescu hit the three. And I'm like, wait a minute. And we were only up 6. So I'm like, whoa. No, I can't watch this. I had to stop the game and go do something else. I was watching the box scores on my phone because I could not take watching it in real life happen. And then eventually end up winning. This is what I did when South Carolina fumbled the bag and let Tennessee get back in the game. I had to stop it. I literally had to stop watching and watch the box scores. And then I got so nervous, I couldn't even watch the box scores because they were taking too long. I'm like, okay, how long is this going to stay at 3 minutes? How long is it going to stay at, 2 minutes and 30 seconds? Who's taking the shot? So I was driving myself crazy watching the box score. So I did not finish watching the actual game. I'm looking on, because usually when I watch the game, I have the live box scores on my computer so I can see all the stats. I'm a numbers girl. I just really like watching the stats and stuff. But I had it on that. And so I'm looking at it. And I turn my head because I'm like, I don't know. I think they're about to lose. They're down. They're down 3, and it's 20 seconds left to go. I don't know. And then you see that they fouled Fulwali, But then I don't see her taking shots. So I'm like, well, why is she not taking shots? Like, what's going on? So I'm like, okay. I look at the screen. I'm refreshing, like seeing what's going to happen. And then all of a sudden, it updates. And I see the score is 74-73. South Carolina wins. And I'm like, they won? And I look at the box score. I look at the live play-by-play, and it says, three-pointer USC, three-pointer good. And in parentheses, it says Cardoso. And I said, Camilla Cardoso? Camilla hit a three? Like, they gave the ball to Cardoso. What? Like, what is happening? What? So I'm like, I'm thinking I'm hallucinating at this point because I'm like, okay, I've driven myself crazy because there's no way Camilla Cardoso hit a three. There's no way that happened because she doesn't take threes. She doesn't do that. So what? So I go back to my TV and I watch YouTube TV. So even if you turn it off, you turn it back on, it's going to stay at the spot that you left it. So I'm like, I don't want to see the rest. I'm not going to look at the last four. I'm going to go right to this. I need to see what happened. So I fast forward. I get to that point, and Cardoso is wide open at the top of the key, right above the free throw line. Well, right at the 3-point line, but right in front of where free throws would be shot. And nobody's guarding her. I see Fawali on one side. I see Pow Pow on one side. Raven is inbounding the ball. I don't know. I see them throw that ball to her, and she just, like she's been doing it her whole life. She just steps back, and it was so nonchalant. She didn't even look nervous. It was just like, I got the ball. Okay, boom, no hesitation. Step back, threw it in, and it was over. Then they pan over to the Tennessee coach, and she's about to pass out. Like, she literally looks like she's about to kill over because she cannot believe. Like, they thought the game was won. They thought the game was all but won. I did see through the box scores that Powell, I believe it was, got fouled. She missed both her free throws. That's what gave them the opportunity to, get the ball. And, Fawali got whatever. They got the ball. But, man, Tennessee was shocked. I was also shocked because I was nervous. I'm like, okay, they let Tennessee come back. They done lost. This perfect season is done. Tennessee done beat South Carolina. South Carolina didn't even get to make it to the finals. This is how the season ends for them. Like, come on. But no, Cardoso hit that three. Oh my gosh, it was crazy. Let me see. Let me get to some of the comments. Hold on. Let's see. Who was everyone's number one seeds? Are you talking about for the NCAA? Oh, it is 40 people in here. Thank y'all for showing up and watching. If y'all have not yet, go ahead and give me the likes. I appreciate it. Thanks for coming to watch my shenanigans. Join in the chat. We're having some good conversations right now. You're talking about the number one seeds for the NCAA, the tournament? Jappy Jap, welcome to the live. She's the big ticket in women's basketball. She will come back. I'm assuming you're talking about Angel. AO says, I'm not on social media, but the internet detectives gonna always slide the Inspector Gadget hat on. We won't know for real until they make their announcements. That's true. And Angel says she's not making her announcement till the end. Oh, thank you. Country Notary says, hey, Jay, the SWV top 10 video. Thank you. I appreciate it. I have more coming. If y'all are into music, check out my other videos. I do a lot of stuff on the J Spot Network. MMA Lifestyle says, man, that shot was BS. Don't hate that greatness that just happened. AO says, Rakia is that girl. That girl is a pro. But the surge of energy that went through my body when Camila Cardoso hit that game-winning three had me on a high for the longest. Literally, when she hit that shot, I could not watch LSU play. Like I don't think I was paying attention for the first maybe half of the first quarter. I could not get myself together after watching that. Like that was bananas. I still can't believe it. RC says AO is probably going to be Clark Brink. Oh, and Rakia in that order. Wait, what are we talking about? I might have missed something. Oh, you're talking about something else. My bad. Tamika says the shot was crazy. You seen Coach Kelly's soul leave her body. I saw the exact moment that her soul left her body. I think we all saw that. And then that poor lady was crying in that press conference. I felt so bad for her because, yeah, they really did want it. And they played so good throughout that game. And just for it to happen, it's so many things. Like, A, you're not guarding this person. But then do you think to guard a person who's never taken a three in their whole career? Well, they've taken 1 3 in their freshman year, which never went down, and they've never taken a three since then. Like, you don't think to guard that person, but hindsight is 2020. You think about if we only would have put a hand in her face or something or guarded her, she would have made the shot. But man, South Carolina was touched by an angel because I don't even know how that happened. RC says, Jay, we simply don't have the mental get up to watch these games. No, I don't have it. If it's too close, I'm turning it off. Like I was watching the box scores on my phone as I was leaving work when Notre Dame was playing because I couldn't watch the real game until I got home, and it was getting too much for me because their game was super close. So my heart, I can't take it. RC says Kelly Harper's still at the hotel crying. I mean, I think they're going to the tourney, so they're probably they're getting ready. Hopefully, like the consolation to losing these games is that they know they're going to play in the double NCAA, the NCAA tournament, and hopefully get a chance to get a national title. But yeah, that has to be heartbreaking. And then you have to go home and you're watching this replay over and over and over again. It's all on Sports Center. It's on everybody's hot topic. She's all over everywhere watching her take an uncontested three while your players are just standing around looking. Like that has to be hard to watch. In my Dominic Toretto voice, this is Brazil. I can't do an accent, so sorry if I offended someone trying to do an accent. RC says, nah, Kobe Cardoso. Something, I mean, she banked that thing off that backboard. If I was watching that live, I probably would have passed out. I was already jumping up and down in disbelief when I saw that on the computer. I don't know. Bree Wayne says, hey, Bree Wayne, thanks for coming to the live. It was all scripted. Kidding. It could only be God. It was something. Cardoso says she didn't even know that it was good. She said her coach told her to shoot it. She shot it. And you can see her delayed reaction because she shoots it. It goes in and she kind of stands there a second. And then she starts jumping up and down because she couldn't believe that that she hit that three. Like, it's crazy. Lawrence Jacobs, thank you for coming to the live. LSU for life. Okay. I'm down with that. MMA Lifestyle said, nah, Camilla hit that. I was sick. So was Tennessee. Robert, hey, what's up, Robert? Welcome to the live. Yes, very special Cardoso shot three-pointer. Very, very crazy. RC says, Jay, you can't catch these clutch type moments. You can't watch these clutch type moments. They break me, but I live for them. Yeah, I can't. When it's too close, I can't watch it, especially if it's like timeouts and running out the clock. I don't want that. Like, get to the nitty gritty. Who's winning? Because it's my heart's palpitating. I can't take it. Anything less than, 6 points with 2 minutes left to go in the game, y'all already got me nervous. And then if it's really tight, when we start to get down under a minute, it's a wrap for me and my heart. Russell says, hello, Jay. Better late than never. I like the show. Keep doing your thing. Thank you so much, Russell. Thank you for showing up and coming to the live. I appreciate it. And thank you for saying you like my show. I do what I can. RC says, anybody know about this coach that Seth was talking about got fired in the tunnel? Yes, I just watched the video. She is Utah. Oh, is it? It's a Utah school, but I was just watching the video. I'm not going to be able to find it now. But that was pretty sad because she sits down and they're asking her like, what is she going to do to rebuild her team? And she pretty much says, I'm not rebuilding anything, because I was just told that they're going in a different direction and this is my last game here. So, and then she sits there and she said, I guess there's no more questions. And she gets up and goes. That was messed up. They couldn't even wait for this lady to finish her press conference before they fired her. Like that's not cool. I can't find it. I'm not going to be able to find it right now. But I don't know. Somebody in the chat may know. Oh, look, right here. Kales, welcome to the live. Utah State coach got fired before the post-game press conference. Yes. Thank you for that information. Tamika says they're going to make the tournament because Rakia is a walking bucket. Yep. I agree. Country Notary says Utah State coach. Google it. Kales, is that the one that was fired in the tunnel? I don't know about the tunnel. I know she got fired before she was able to go to the press conference, which sucks. Kel says yes. Okay, everyone's saying the Utah State coach. Groovy says Texas is killing Iowa State right now, 33-14. Is that men's? What are we talking about? Is that men's? Let's see. Utah. Robert says, like you, I really thought South Carolina had lost, and I was watching it. I could not believe they won with that shot. Same here. RC, if I'm a Tennessee player, I'm charging at Cardoso, period. From my experience playing basketball, you don't leave nobody wide open like that. You just don't. Somebody got to cover. True. Like I said, hindsight is 20/20. I'm sure they're kicking themselves now, and they probably will never leave anybody open. Because even the coach said they do understand that anybody can take a shot. Like anybody can be the shooter. So you're supposed to guard for whatever reason. She had Key back closer to the basket because I'm sure they thought that she wouldn't try to attempt the three because she's never taken the three and the game was on the line. So they maybe thought she would try to get closer to the basket, then they can contest her. But you're right. You can't just be watching her take the shot because look what happened. She made it. Tamika said, fire the woman right before she walked into the press conference. Such a shame. Yes, it is. Such a shame. I don't know why I said it. I said such a shame. Nolan, that was a heartbreaker. Yes, it was. AL said they doggone knew well they could have waited till after the presser to tell her she was let go. Exactly. I don't know. What was the rush? The season is over. Y'all had time. RC says, if you fire me in a tunnel, I'm flipping the bird and telling them, have your mammy do the press conference for you. I'm out. True that. I think she maybe was in shock, but it was also pretty gangster to go out there and be like, this is what they just did to me. I want y'all to know I talked to whoever the president, whoever she spoke to, they fired me before I had to come do this presser. So now they got to deal with the fallout. I thought it was almost kind of a dope move to make. Big 12, they're still playing. I don't watch all the basketball. I didn't know they were still playing. I thought that was done. My bad. I didn't know. I saw Pac-12, not Big 12. Okay. So right now, Iowa State is getting whooped. Is that what we're saying? Texas is killing. And I should know. I'm in Texas. I didn't realize they were playing today. Derek Smalley. Hey, welcome to the live. Thanks for being here. Hey, Jay, good show. What I thought was interesting was Cardoso ends up backing up to the three-point line instead of moving up for a close shot just to tie it up. That's true. But here's the thing. Cardoso struggles with her mid-range shot sometimes. And even close shots, she still will miss. So I don't know what was going through her mind. She said, Coach said, shoot it. I don't know why she backed up instead of trying to get closer. Maybe because she saw Key standing right there. So she's like, I don't know. I'm just going to go for it. And she did. I don't know what was going through her mind. MMA Lifestyle says the aisle, they don't care, unfortunately, like they complain about player NIL, but the football head coaches that do a terrible job, they get fired, but they still get their money because they guarantee it. Chris Gray, what is up? Welcome to the live. They said something about Cardoso practicing threes a bit. Yeah, I'm going to show. I have a clip of the shot, and I have a clip of her. I think I have a clip of her interview afterwards that we'll watch real quick. But yeah, she says she practices them in practice. She just never did it during the game. Raven says she won't take threes. Like they try to get her to take threes during the games. She says she's not doing it. Country Notary says that Google it was with love. Sorry, it didn't sound good. And I probably read it in a way that sounded shady. So RC, she did not mean Google it like that. It's just Google it and all the information is there in case none of us have that information. Okay, also MMA says also Big South has a conference championship. Okay. For some reason, I thought everything was over on Sunday. That's when my brain shut off. So I didn't know there was more. I didn't know there was more basketball going on. Country Notary says, "Old girl literally left the press speechless." Yes, because they didn't have anything to say when she says, "This is my last game. I'm not rebuilding anything. I was just let go." And then it just got quiet, and she said, "Well, guess there's no more questions." And she got up. That was a pretty boss. That was a pretty boss move. AL says, I think it may have been because Dawn told her to shoot it, as in specifically a three, because Camilla and Raven and Dawn said that she had been practicing 3-point shots. Probably. Kale says Cardoso caught the ball with 1 foot behind the 3-point and squared up. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if she was looking to take the three. You're right. She probably grabbed the ball and just got set and just shot it. She probably didn't realize exactly where she was. I don't know. RC says, Jay, can you promise me an Iowa Hawkeyes championship, please? It's for Caden Clark. No, I'm not promising, I'm not promising anything for one, but South Carolina is getting a natty. Iowa's not getting a natty. I'm sorry. Maybe another time. I'm sorry, RC, but my vote goes to South Carolina. I hope they make it. Lauren says they mad because LSU players is a millionaire. Who is mad? Who's mad? Nolan says it's nice to see Camilla get interviewed. That doesn't happen very often. Okay, I think I got through most of those. I promise you I'm going back up when I talk about the incident that occurred in a second. I'll go back to these other comments that we were talking about, LSU and the scuffle. So here is I think this is Camilla's interview. Let's see.
That was the first first three this season you hit happened to be a game winner as well. Take us through that play. Who was that drawn up for?
Well, Coach wanted me to get the ball in the top of the key and hit it to foul, and then she taught me to shoot it, and I was like, okay. I practiced them in practice, so I just stepped back and shot it.
You shot it pretty well, too. It goes in. Tell us what you're feeling right now.
I'm very happy. I feel like my teammates needed me. I didn't have the best game that I could have. I think I was off all night, so I'm just happy that I made the shot and I'm able to take them to the finals.
I mean, you missed time this season as well. You guys also started this game on fire, but you faced a very feisty Tennessee team. What did that feel like as they were starting to make their comeback?
We knew Tennessee was going to fight for 40 minutes. We played them for the third time now. It's not easy to beat somebody for 3 times in a row. So we knew they were going to come here and put them on fight, so we just try to stay composed, execute the game plan, and do what we do.
When your teammates surrounded you, just gave you all that love, how much energy does that help give this team going into the finals tomorrow?
A lot, man. I feel like we have a lot of love for each other. We support each other. We want to see each other succeed no matter what. So it just means a lot.
Well, congratulations. Incredible shot for you, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Okay, that was cute. That was a cute little interview. I don't get to hear her speak very often either, so it's pretty dope to see her actually speaking. A funny thing happened this press conference afterwards when Raven talks about if she knew that they were going to win this game or if she thought they were going to lose. She was like, look, no cap. I was about to cry. I thought this was a funny moment. So here's Raven talking about that moment.
Do you think you guys had lost this game?
No, because if coach is comfortable, I'm in confidence when she. Well, honestly, I'm gonna cap. I was about to cry out there, and I looked at coach, and she's like, "We're good." I was like, "Okay, if she say we're good, then we're good." So if she thinks we're good, then we should think we're good.
Right in the front.
She said, I'm thinking in my mind, I'm going to say something cool. I'm going to say like, yeah, I knew we weren't going to win. But then she was like, look, nah, I ain't even going to front. I was on the verge of tears. I was on the verge of tears, and I didn't think we were going to win. I had to pass the ball to Cardoso. She don't be taking threes like that. But it's pretty dope for her to say, for Coach Staley, and that just another point for the way Dawn Staley, how her team believes in her and how she is with her team. Like for her to feel comforted when she looks at her coach, she's about to cry. And coach knows like the whole team is probably about to do what Tennessee ended up doing. And she says, no, we got it. Relax. Just run the play. So I thought that was pretty funny of Raven to be like trying to figure out what the right thing is to say and then to eventually be like, look, no, I was about to cry. I was about to cry. It was 1.1 seconds on there and I didn't know what was going to happen. But Dawn running that play, I saw a video in slow motion about them setting up and how they didn't have a timeout. And Dawn tells them as they're setting up, like in real time, for Wally over there, Powell, you're on the other side. Raven, you're going to take the ball out. She's telling Cardoso, because Cardoso was closer to the basket. She told her to step back. She said, get back there and go back there. And then you see her point to Powell, say like, get the ball, pass it to Powell. And before they get ready to get the ball to like pass it to Cardoso to start this play, you could see her say to Cardoso, shoot it. Like she had already knew they got this. They're defending right here. She's not going to be able to get it into Powell or for Wally, and maybe she might be able to pass it back to Raven, but there's not enough time. She tells her to shoot it. You can see the very moment that she says shoot it, and then a second later she gets the ball and she shoots it. It's crazy. It's so crazy to see. Let me see. Let me go back. Where was I? Y'all are in the comments today. Thank you so much. Where were we? Lauren says South Carolina, I think about winning. Oh, you're saying South Carolina is mad because LSU players are millionaires? Okay. I don't believe that, but all right, that's your opinion. You can have that. I'm not arguing with that. I don't agree, but there are some millionaires on LSU. Like the NILs are plentiful on that side. So and Cardoso isn't eligible to get anything. I didn't know this. International players cannot get NIL deals. They can, but they can't get it on U.S. soil. So Aaliyah Edwards from UConn has NIL deals, but she's Canadian, so she can only get paid while being in Canada for her NIL deal. She cannot get that while she's here in America. Didn't know that. That's a fun fact. Robert says Cardoso got the ball and bagged behind the three and shot the ball. AL says, period, they ain't beaten this year's SC team. That's right. I'm sorry, RC. I cannot, you're my homie, but I can't get behind Iowa. RC says, salute to every last one of, I guess, us or you or whoever talking women's college basketball out there on the platform, and salute to the people that hit the chat sections all the time. Yes, yes, yes. This is so dope. This is so dope to see so many different platforms talking about women's basketball that actually know what they're talking about, that have like a lot of knowledge and things like that. The people that I end up watching that I enjoy. And it's crazy that I found so many of these channels and pages like Cess and Quita, Black Rose, Coast to Coast. I find all those channels because I'm searching on TV. Like, where can I see the recaps? Where can I find out about the WNBA or college women's basketball? Where can I find that? I don't see it. I only see it halftime, during the games, and then sometimes SportsCenter might spend 20 seconds on it. And then they'll give a special show before or after. You can see it on SEC Network, ACC Network, College Game Day sometimes or whatever, but there's no real platform for that on TV. So I go to YouTube and that's where I can see it. And there's so many people that's doing that, and it's helping grow the game and helping put eyes on what, people may not normally watch. So yes, shout out to all the platforms. Shout out to all of you in the comments that show up, and we can have great conversations, and it's all in fun, whether we agree or disagree. It's all for the greater good of promoting and supporting women in sports, and mainly basketball. But yes, RC. Yes, RC. So thank you to all you that are out here. 52 people. Well, now 48. Some people dropped off. But anyway, give me the likes. Give me some thumbs up if you're out there. Give me thumbs up. All right, y'all. RC says Joyce Edwards in Malaysia for Wally next year is going to be nuts. Bananas. The way Malaysia went off on LSU on that Sunday, which you were getting to, bananas. AL says RC for show. Big up to everybody. Country says I could see the clip of Utah State coach might make the tournament highlight reels. That was a mic drop. That was a mic drop. Derek says watch it again. I'm sure Cardoso actually backed up, like she knew she wanted to take a three for the win. Maybe. I mean, she did back up and she shot it confidently, like she knew it was going in, even though she said she did not know that it was going to go in. Country is agreeing. AO says love that for Cardoso and her family. Camilla said herself that she backed up into. Oh, okay. She said it. Okay, that she meant to take the shot. Okay. AL says Raven is hilarious. I love her. I love Raven too. She was just so funny. She was just really trying to say the right thing, and then she was like, "Look, I was about to be in tears." Derek said, "Wow, the first time I heard her speak, awesome." RC says Dawn is the perfect combination of cool and hot mentally. Yeah, because she don't play on that sideline. She be cussing them out left and right. But for her to keep her cool during a moment like that, which allowed them to kind of keep their cool, is pretty dope. AL says, sister said, I ain't gonna hold you. I was low-key stressed for a quick second. Yes. Girl, so was I, Raven. So was I. I couldn't even watch. That's how stressed I was. Country said Cardoso's family got a full dose of SEC basketball these past couple of weeks. Yes. Actually, the past couple of days, they only got there right before the tournament. So they was there for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. What a roller coaster of emotions, I'm sure they went through this weekend. AL says Dawn is a genius. Lawrence says Tennessee gave South Carolina that game. Yes. Man, I just knew they won the game. I knew I was going to turn back to the computer and it was going to say that Tennessee won the game. Country said, Cardoso said, hold my fruit cup. Kel says, LSU got big money, brought a championship last year. Oh, you're saying they bought one? Are you saying bought one like it was payola? How they won? Is that what you're saying? Lauren says LSU got big money. AL says RC, for sure, Malaysia and Joyce next year going to be crazy. Dwayne Wicker. Hello, Dwayne. Welcome to the live. South Carolina and Don Staley are just winners. Exceptionally hard to get even when you think, hard to get them even when you think you got them. Okay, I'm sorry. I was slow for a second. What a way to, South Carolina will not go away when it comes to the SEC. Like, people have tried everything they can to take out South Carolina, even leading them up to 1.1 seconds in the game, and they still came out winning. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Nola says, yes, you can't find any Camilla swag or merch anywhere unless it's bootlegged. Yeah. Robert says, well, how can Georgia Amore have NIL deal is what the guy in the interview were talking to her. They can have NIL deals. What it is, they don't get the money. They don't get paid for it until they're in their country. So Aaliyah Edwards has a deal with, I think it's, I forgot who it is. Is it Reebok or Nike? I forgot. But whatever deal she has, she has that deal. She will get money for the stuff, but she cannot get money until she is on Canadian soil. Like, she cannot get the benefit of whatever it is that she's doing for them until she is on Canadian soil. And look it up if you don't. I mean, I watched someone talk about this on a video, so maybe they're wrong, but they look like they had their facts together. So look it up and see if I'm right. Lawrence says, love your show, sweetie. Thank you. I appreciate it. AL says, Malaysia cooked Haley Van Lith, had her in a spin cycle, called her too little. We need to get to the game. Let me get through these comments real quick. Robert, maybe the deals are with companies in her home country. Yeah, it's similar to that. It's something that they made when they made up the whole NIL thing. They put it in there that if they're not U.S. citizens, then they can't get the money unless they're on their own soil or something. But like I said, look it up and let me know if I'm right or wrong or whatever. Kentucky women's coach. Oh, yeah. Kentucky coach got fired too. Yep. They let her go to the presser. They didn't tell her till later. But yeah, she got fired too. Her team was getting ran through, but I know that I think they said that it was her team. When she took it, a bunch of people ended up transferring out at different points or whatever. So she didn't have time to build a good team yet. She was a younger coach with that organization. So they felt like they didn't give her enough time to really get set up as a coach there. So I did see that. Derek says, I work in the evenings and on Sunday, so never get to see the live game. Yeah, most of the time I work every Sunday, so I wasn't able to see much of anything, but I worked an earlier shift, so I got off early enough to catch the SEC championship, but I missed the ACC. Teresa Webb. Hey, Teresa, welcome to the live. To everyone blowing what Cardoso did out of proportion, players get knocked down harder than that during play. Besides, she was bullied the whole game, lost her cool, and defended her teammate. We will get into that, but I agree with you. I agree with you. Derek says so. I come home and watch the games on YouTube. Okay. AL says Camilla's family was there for her senior night too. Oh, that's right. That's right. I was wrong. You're right about that. Yep. Lawrence says Morrow don't get no respect for LSU. I love me some Morrow. I said that before. I love Morrow for LSU, Chloe Kitts for South Carolina. It's just something about, I don't want to call them underdogs, but they don't really get the shine. Like I said this last week, they don't really get the shine because of all the personalities that they're playing with and the hoopla around the teams. But I think they're great players. And I was hoping Morrow will have a huge game against South Carolina. I wanted that so bad. Asia Petty in the transfer portal. Ooh, really? Interesting. Teresa Webb. Yeah, she's a protector. Talking about Cardoso. RC says, all I need is for South Carolina and LSU to get upset, and I feel like the championship natty is our RC. Hang it up. Hang it up, homie. Let me stop playing. Let me read your comment. All I need is for South Carolina and LSU to get upset, and I feel like the championship natty is ours, provided Iowa doesn't drop the ball. Now, my Bruins, my confidence is weird on them. Okay. Who else in the chat is going for Iowa to win the natty? RC needs some backup. Kel say rookie from Texas is beasting. I think the transfer portal going to look real interesting come the end of the season after the tourney. I also agree with that. Dwayne Wicker says, just subscribe. I saw Clemson and Mizzou coaches were fired. God, who's not getting fired? That's a lot. Oh my gosh. Kentucky coach won the SEC tournament her second year. Ryan Howard went pro and folk bounce. Ah, okay. Well, what are they talking about? They acted like she was a trash coach. Teresa says Clemson coach needs to get fired. Kale says Gonzaga lost. Say bye to the bubble team. Thank y'all for updating us on what's going on. I appreciate that. 12 to 19, something like that is that isn't a good coach. Hang it up, flat screen. They ain't winning. They're not winning. They're not winning. Here's RC. If Iowa wins the national championship, I will go live with you on your channel and help you celebrate Iowa. That is not what I want to do. I do not want to celebrate Iowa, but that's what I would do since I'm laughing that they won't win. That's what I would do for you. Okay. Country said Gonzaga will still make the tournament. Okay. Derek said, is it true that one of Duke's players is going to Ohio State? Ooh, I didn't hear that. I don't know. Yes, RC, you. Just found me RC's show. Let's go. Just found me RC's show. Okay. Yes, if you're not following RC as well or subscribe to RC, subscribe to him. He is an Iowa Hawkeyes fan. Caitlin Clark. Sometimes the Aces. I don't know. He's on the fence with them right now. But he talks, he breaks down a lot of basketball. His videos are short, sweet, to the point. He's a dope creator over there on his page. So look him up. Give him a sub. Check him out, okay? Kel says Mizzou woman coach got fired. She's asking. Or I'm sorry, I don't know, he or she, my bad. Don't want to speak. What happens next says, oh, what up? What up? Welcome to the show. What up, everybody? I see all the regulars. I tried too fast, but it ain't working. Y'all pray for me. Pray for what happens next. AL says, yep, I knew Clemson's head coach was getting fired. The season been in the Marina Trench from the jump. MMA says, RC, I'm sorry, Iowa not deep enough to win it all. Kel says, I wish I would sub to an Iowa fan. Uh-oh. But he's also an Aces fan sometimes too. Right now, he's an Aces fan. So give him a sub for the Aces, unless you don't like the Aces either. Now, if you don't like the Aces, don't put that in the comments because I'm an Aces girl, and that's going to hurt my feelings. AO, me too, just surprised she wasn't fired last year. I don't think people were blowing what Camilla did out of proportion. I think that their beef is why they're pushing Flage. Why are you pushing Flage and not Angel? I don't agree with that. I agree with that, and I don't agree with that. MMA lifestyle. RC says, I need to go live more and build me an Iowa fan base up. When I come to Jay and Sesh chats, I get picked on all the time. AL says, IO says, I love the Aces. I love any team with former Gamecock on it, though. SC Bread, what is up? Welcome to the live. LSU Angel Reese women's basketball put on a good front to people who go for that. She's about that PR. She can talk that talk, but you got to be about it. She not. Okay. SC Bread, of course, is not a LSU or not an Angel fan. I get it. I ain't mad at Angel though. Okay. Now, let us get into do I have that? Okay. I do have it. I didn't think I had this, but I do have the winning shot. It's really fast, 30 seconds. Let's watch it.
Cardoso for three. Banks it in! A miracle for the Gamecocks!
Look at the poor coach. That poor baby.
No bigger shot for Camilla Cardoso. Her first three of the season.
Babies. All right. So now we get to the big game. This is what everyone's been talking about. So LSU versus South Carolina, we're rematching again. It's coming down to this. As a South Carolina and LSU fan, I know it's weird to hear that, but yes, I was excited to see the rematch happen. I loved it the first time. Of course, I was going for South Carolina, but if LSU had won, I would have been happy. I'm talking about in the regular season. I just wanted to see what each team had, what were they going to give, and I was not disappointed. It was a very, very exciting big game. You know, South Carolina ended up winning the regular season game. Now they're back for this rematch, except LSU is beat to hell. They already didn't have a bench. And now Poa is out. So Kent is in the game for LSU. And they only have, Michaela wasn't playing because she had foot issues, but they brought her back, of course, because, you know, they don't have the depth to have anybody else in the game. They're going up against South Carolina. So she's there. She's not playing a lot of minutes, but she's in there. So you have the regular five. And then you have Kent and De Rosario. That's it. That's all they have. South Carolina, got everybody. We already knew that. We already knew how that was going down. So game starts just like normal. Everything is good. We're going back and forth. It's a battle. I'm trying to think because my brain was so fried after all the stuff that happened. I think it was a pretty close game. It was a bunch of runs here and there, 7-0 run, 8-0 run, 10-0 run, changing leads a little bit. LSU was sticking with South Carolina. And it's getting down again to the nitty gritty. I'm looking at this like, is Tennessee happening again? Because South Carolina does not have a big lead against this team, and is getting close. Now, big shots were happening on both sides. Big Foe was hitting some shots. Cardoso didn't have the best game again. Not saying that she was shabby or anything, but yeah, she wasn't pushing out the points like normal. Same thing with Pow Pow. For Wally, Malaysia was like, put the spotlight over here. Give me right here. Give me the ball. I ain't scared of nothing. I ain't worried about nothing. I ain't been here before. I don't know what to expect. Give me the ball and get out my way. Pretty much. So she hitting threes, driving through the lane, stealing, tough on defense. Like, Wally was giving them the business. She was doing the damn thing over there. Hats off to, it's not even a surprise. That girl is waiting to be released. Sometimes she's too wild. That's why Dawn is like, come back a little bit. But when you let her loose and she's focused, the game is over. Then you got, Bree Hall hitting shots, Raven driving to the basket, hitting shots. She was missing some too, but Watkins kind of got in foul trouble early. Fagan was in foul trouble. Kitts was in foul trouble, even though she was doing pretty well in the beginning. In the very beginning, both my girls were doing their thing. Kitts and Morrow. It was Kitts and Morrow back and forth first quarter. And I'm like, look at my girls. My girls came to play. This is what I came to see. I want to see my two girls show these teams like this is why they're here. Now, that didn't last because of foul trouble and things like that. But I thoroughly enjoyed what I was seeing. Of course, Angel and Cardoso battling in the paint. That's going to happen back and forth. Cardoso had, was it two or three blocks in the same play of Angel? Angel was blocking. It was, again, I enjoy it. I enjoyed the game. And then the scuffle happened, right? We're at the end of the game. It's 2 minutes left. South Carolina's up. And Flage has the ball. Fawali steals the ball. She's getting ready to go run for a layup and do something amazing. And Flage intentionally fouls her, which is what happens in basketball. Like, you don't want them to score. Nothing crazy. She didn't hit her, trip her, nothing like that. It wasn't a super hard foul. She intentionally fouled her. Like, everyone who watches basketball knows that that's what happens, right? Well, I've seen this clip 50 million times. So I kind of remember most of what happened. I also have the clip here I'm going to show in a second. But she fouls for Wally. They call a timeout or whatever is going. They're going to their separate benches. As they're going, Big Foe is heated just because this girl just is picking your pocket. At this point, Fawali is running circles around LSU. And so they're not happy about it, of course. People are heated. She's walking to the bench. Ashlyn Watkins comes over, yells in her face, and Flage pushes her. They push off each other, right? And then Watkins turns around, starts clapping and laughing like whatever, right? Cardoso sees this. This is so crazy to me. Pow Pow is at the scorer's table, ready to come in. She's sitting, waiting to come in. So she's there. Raven is, once she pushes off on Ashlyn Watkins, Raven is right there, Bree Hall is right there. Cardoso runs over and bulldozes Flage to the floor. She flattened that girl like a pancake right in front of the ref. Now, the little scuffle or whatever the words are being said between Ashlyn Watkins and Big Foe, the ref sees it. She's running over because they're trying to stop stuff before it starts, right? Cardoso runs over the ref. So she already knew she was gone. Like, you already know you're about to get kicked out. Runs over, pushes Flage down. Flage's brother and some more people are jumping out of the stands. Flage's brother makes it over the scores table, stepping on a SEC worker's head. He's arrested, by the way, and charged with assault and battery because of stepping on whoever was at that table. Anyway, he jumps over and goes. He's speaking words, but I never thought that he was going to do anything to Cardoso. It looks like, I don't know. Everything was happening so fast. It didn't look like he was trying to do anything, but curse her out or whatever. He shouldn't have been on the floor, but that's beside the point. Pushes her down. Pow Pow's face is like, what are you doing? Why did you just push her? Raven goes to pick up Flage, and as she's picking her up, she's trying to hold her back because they don't want any fights. Pow Pow, Bree Hall, and at this point, Ashlyn Watkins is coming back to grab Cardoso. Now, here's the thing. Haley Van Lith runs her little self around the other side of Cardoso and pushes her. Girl, you don't want that. You don't want that. She changed her face so quick once she touched Cardoso. If it had not been for Pow Pow, Bree Hall, and Ashlyn Watkins right there, HVL could have been laying out on that scores table. I don't know, because too many tempers flaring at this point. You got the brother behind her, and then you're coming up touching her on the other side. Like, you ain't want that smoke, Haley. I know you were trying to defend your teammate. Don't do that. Not this one. Not that one. Just go sit down. Go on about your business. You do not want that. I swear, it could have gotten bad. I don't condone violence. I'm just saying, if I'm already heated, I got all these people mobbing around me, I got somebody else that's trying to hit me, it might turn into more than it needs to be. And Haley Van Lith was not ready for that smoke. So I'm so happy that South Carolina was there and they got Camilla off the floor and moved her back to the bench. But that was crazy. Other teammates are running up. I did see Nisa try to run up, but by that time the coaches and security and the refs are there, so she never got close to the situation. And then, the dumbest thing that happened was that the benches got up, because you already know if you get up off the bench, you are disqualified. Like, if you go past a certain point, you know you're going to get disqualified. Now, LSU's bench, it didn't matter because they weren't going to play anyway. Let's be honest, they already knew they weren't going to play, so losing them wasn't going to do anything. It was only 2 minutes left of the game, so it really didn't matter either way. But South Carolina, you just got to be smarter. Like, both teams needed to be smarter because they weren't coming to fight each other. It wasn't like it was a brawl or anything like that. That's one of the things I felt like, why I felt like it did get blown out of proportion. If you really look at the video, yes, Cardoso should not have touched Flage. We know this. I agree with that. She should not. She is obviously doesn't realize her strength, or maybe she does. I don't think, like we were talking in Sess's live the other day, I don't know if she really meant to push her that hard to where she hit the floor the way she did. I think she just meant to push her because she had pushed Ashlyn. But, you can't do that. As big and strong as you are, and maybe you had a lot of rage built up inside of you. You can't, it's like me pushing my little cousin. If my little cousin is playing with me, even though I don't intend to push them, I might push them really hard, not really realizing my strength and send my little cousin flying across the room or something like that. So I'm not excusing what she did. She shouldn't have done that. I tweeted about that. I felt like she knows better than to do that. She got kicked out of the Olympic qualifying game when her and Satu got into it because she pushed Satu Sabli and ended up getting disqualified. So she knew better than that. But like Dawn says, sometimes things get heated in the heat of the moment. It was a lot of stuff happening in that game. As people are saying in the comments, which I'll get to the comments in a second, the refs really weren't calling things. Cardoso, before the push happened, had a bloody lip. She had her hair pulled by Angel. Even though that's my girl, Angel did pull her hair. She had been battling down. You know, it was a hard game for everybody, a lot of emotions. And then on top of that, this team, South Carolina, was on the verge of losing. You hit a buzzer beater. So it's all these kind of emotions already going into this. And then you're going up against LSU, who had the possibility of beating you. So emotions are there. And then on LSU's side, your player, you went through all the emotions of losing Poa and all this other stuff is happening. So it's just, the emotions were already all over the place. So it was brewing from the beginning. I didn't think it would get physical, but it did. But Cardoso did push that girl. She shouldn't have. And then everybody jumped off the bench and then separated. So the only real thing that happened was Flage pushed Ashlyn. Camilla pushed Flage, and then Haley Van Lith, which they didn't see, went and pushed, which Cardoso didn't even budge when Haley Van Lith pushed her, but she pushed Cardoso, and that was it. No other teams were trying to fight each other. Like I said, Raven was helping Flage up and getting her to one of their coaches and stuff like that and holding her back. So it wasn't any like full out brawl. And then like Flage's brother jumped over the thing and some other people, which I don't know what they thought they were doing. It's basketball. There's refs. She got pushed down. I understand, yes, if I saw my sister get pushed down, I might have a reaction, but it's basketball. It's a sport. Something may happen where your person that you're watching is going to hit the deck. I don't know if you need to jump from the stands and try to approach a woman to try to, I don't know, fight her or push her back or I don't know, curse her out because she pushed your sister. That was a little much, but whatever. So y'all been talking in these comments. Let me get to it real quick. Let me see where we left off. RC's talking about Caitlin Clark. Let me see. Oh, MMA Lifestyle says, RC, honest question, do you think Caitlin has enough to help Iowa to win when Caitlin is off? That's a good question. Kel says, why would she push Angel when it jumped off with Flage? I must have missed something. Unless you're just speaking in general. Yes, I agree with that. It wasn't between Angel and Cardoso. It was between Flage and Watkins and Cardoso, who was taking up for her teammate, pushed Big Foe. But the funny thing is that because she's bigger, I know it's because she's bigger, it looked way worse than I think it was. And but if you listen to Kim Mulkey, and I watched that game, I can't remember who they were playing against, but people are bringing up this clip now of Kim Mulkey saying, you know, this person was picking on Angel's teammate. So Angel gave her a push back. Like, that's what you do for your teammates. So that was fine when Angel did it to whatever team that was. I can't remember, but it's not fine when Cardoso does it. Now you want Cardoso. You're volunteering Angel to get the smoke when Angel ain't got nothing to do with it. It was a little weird. Hold on, y'all. I got to let my my dog out real fast. I'm usually not on here this long. They're like, what are you doing? It's time for us to go out. Let's see. RC says it's difficult when Caitlin is off. IL says I felt bad for Harper and her girls. RC says, Jay, I forgot to tell you when I do the decision, I'm either going to be wearing Asia shirt or Caitlin Clark shirt. Oh, the decision. Our country says, RC, with all those millions of CC fans about to break the internet, why you ain't got a ton of followers? That's true. We need to promote. People don't know. RC is a hidden gem. People don't know about them. MMA Lifestyle says, Teresa Webb, so everybody just missed Bree Hall and Ashlyn Watkins were yelling in Fly J's face when Watkins coming over to do her Debo, trying to Debo her, and Fly J shoving them out of the way. I didn't see Bree Hall do that. I did see Watkins do that. So yes, you're right. Watkins was antagonizing her. She was antagonizing her. She didn't have to push her, but she did. But apparently nothing, that was okay because she didn't hit the floor. Dwayne says you just had to feel for Kelly Harper to take. Yep. Kel says Bree Hall was giving LSU back what they gave. I think Ashlyn went too far. Yeah. She was definitely, I thought more penalties will be taken out because Ashlyn yelling in Flage's face, I thought that would have been a tech. Flage pushing Watkins, I thought that would be a tech. I knew Cardoso would get ejected, but I also thought that Haley Van Lith coming over pushing Cardoso when everything was already heated, that should have been a tech as well. But, I don't think they did any of that. RC says country. Yeah, that's interesting. It's a slow grind for me. There's not actually a lot of Caitlin, Iowa content creators, so I'm building it gradually. I just try to focus on the content. Yeah. That's because you're a hidden gem, just like me. Just like me. Once we get the algorithms going, we'll have more people find us and we'll be out here. Country says if everybody had kept their hands to themselves, we would have been better off. True that. True that. RC, that's odd that there's not more creators and channels. It's odd now for me to think about that, especially when everyone's on the Caitlyn train. You would think more people would be would have more channels surrounding her, and they may be out there. Maybe we just don't know who they are. MMA Lifestyle says everybody miss. Oh, I think I said that already. Did I say that? Everybody missed when Bree Hall and Ashlyn Watkins yelling Fajr face, then Watkins coming over trying to, yeah, I did that already. Sorry. Robert says, I feel that Cardoso made a bad mistake, even though she would get beat up by Angel Reese's elbows, pulling her hair. Oh, but it's not bad as people trying to make it out to be. I agree. In the big scheme of things, there was a lot of commotion, so much commotion, but it really was just some pushing. It just happened to be a really big girl pushing a smaller girl, and that smaller girl hit that deck pretty hard. But Flage was fine. As we know, she went to go apologize to Dawn Staley at the end of the game to say, that's not like her. Emotions just got the best of her. So in the big scheming thing, it was just some pushing. It wasn't like the Malice in the Palace. Like it wasn't everybody jumping on each other and fighting and all that other stuff. It just looked way worse than it was to me. Teresa said if the ref had done their job, none of that would have happened. They let fouls on both sides go. I agree. I agree with that. Country says MMA, we saw it all. IL says LSU and South Carolina is always fun matchup to watch. Yep. I can't wait to see him again. Tamika says Fawali may have won the MVP, but thank goodness for Fagan. She was smart enough to stay on the bench. Yep. Well, Fagan was trying to go. The coach literally yanked her back and then she stayed. But she looked like she was about to go too. But yeah, she stayed. Angel saw what was going on and walked the opposite way and went to go to the end of the bench. She said her ankle was hurting. You could see her limping. So she was going to go have them look at it, but she didn't even attempt to see what was going on and go over there. So her and Fagan, yes, definitely the smarter ones out there for that. Dwayne says SC will most likely be even better next year. Hard not to believe that. Yeah. Because they're getting that freshman. Y'all mentioned her earlier. I forgot her name, but I think they're getting two really good freshmen next year. And with Fawali, I'm scared because that girl is only going to get better. She's only going to get better. It's scary. It's scary like Hidalgo and Juju being freshmen, and they're only going to get better with time. It's 52 people in here again. Give me the thumbs up if you haven't already. If you like sports, music, entertainment, personal stories, podcast, J-Spot Network is where you need to be. Go ahead and hit the sub as well. Io says it really isn't. Folks been trying to turn a little sandcastle into a beach into Mount Everest. Yeah. I mean, also because it's women. And for whatever reason, people feel like women don't have emotion, that we can also get grimy too. Like it also can be up with us as well. Fights happen all the time in sports. So it really, when you think about it, it really wasn't a big deal. And it was over super quick. What took the longest is for them watching the film and trying to figure out who did what. But it happened so fast and then it was over. The funny thing is more people were beat up from the game itself than anything that happened during this, fight or scuffle that happened. The black eye, the hurt ankle, the bad shoulder, the bad leg, the foot hurting, all that stuff happened playing the game. Nothing happened during this situation. MMA Lifestyle says, yeah, both Camilla and Flage reached their breaking points and both reacted. Yep. Kel say Angel knows she can't do nothing with Cardoso. That's why she was playing dirty. I ain't gonna lie. She was doing a little bit under that basket. But she call me crazy. But I feel that both Angel and Cardoso have a certain amount of respect for each other because they battle so much. I'm not saying they're best friends or even like each other, but I think it's a certain amount of respect when you've been playing with people for so long that you have to give them their props for what they bring to the game. I think Cardoso respects Angel, and I think Angel respects Cardoso in that way. And that's also why it was crazy for Monkey to say, I wish you would have pushed Angel. Because I don't think they were battling, but I don't think it would have gotten to that point, if I'm being honest, because I think, like I said, there's a level of respect there that they know they're just going to keep battling, that it's not personal, that they're not trying to fight. Really, they're fighting for the game. So it never would have came to blows there. Yes, she was frustrated. Yeah, Angel took some cheap shots, but I don't think it was going to get to a personal level with that. That's just my opinion. But also, I don't think Angel was good where she was. Just Cardoso did what she did, leave her alone. Nolan says, still in awe how much Malaysia got done in 17 minutes of work. 17 minutes, 24 points, I believe. That girl went off. Robert says, my only problem with South Carolina in the game is when Fawali had it going, Coach Don took her out of the game, and then LSU goes on a run. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's a method to her madness, Coach Staley, when she's doing whatever she's doing. So, I mean, I won't question her decisions. I don't know. I don't know if she should have left her in the game or not, but, I just let her do what she wants. I would love to see Fawali get in the game and start, but we know, just from what I've seen so far, she makes them have patience before she's fully putting them in the game. Fagan is a junior, and she just got her first career start, a few games ago. stuff like that. So, and she's playing her more because she says Fagan earned it. And so, not that Fulwale hasn't earned it, but she's a freshman. She still has some things to work on and grow. So she'll get her spot soon enough, and I think she'll get more minutes as time goes on. Isle says, big same, constantly in awe of her, love her game. Teresa says MMA lifestyle, jawing back and forth is one thing, but pulling hair and elbowing others in the face and shoving is another. Facts. Country says, I agree, Kel. She was literally beaten on KC throughout the whole game. Facts. MMA Lifestyles replied to Teresa, yeah, but that was Angel. Camilla should have shoved Angel, not Flau'jae. Also, Flau'jae and Watkins and Hall, beef respectfully is between them. But big gray situation all around. Yeah, also a point, I don't know if this means anything, and I could be far off, but I do know Angel is really good friends with Raven. I've heard they're best friends. Raven and Camilla are best friends. So I also think there's that level of respect for Angel and Cardoso, and then that they share a friend. It may just be, I don't think it was ever going to get personal with Angel, but I see what y'all are saying. Like, if you were so hyped up because you were getting beat up all, the whole time by Angel, then you should have took your frustrations off on Angel and not on Flau'jae. I get that. She should have kept her hands to herself, point blank, period. But the way that girl hit that floor, I just cannot, I can't get over that. That's my girl too. I love Big Foe, but she flattened her. Teresa Webb, I already said that. Teresa said, yeah, HVL backed down in a hurry. She knew better. I don't even know what, she felt froggy. For some reason, she was feeling herself, and she was like, I'm about to run up on this girl. Don't you hit Flau'jae. I'm about to show you something. And then she regretted that real quickly, real fast. Watch What Happens Next says, did you see the ref appeared to be about to double tech Watkins and Flau'jae? Yes. Right before Cardoso dropped Flau'jae, he was struggling with his whistle. Yes, I saw that. Because I was like, he was going to tech both of them. I saw that, and he couldn't get the whistle together. And by that time, Cardoso was like, I ain't got time for no whistle. I'm about to run over here and handle this. So, yeah, you're right. I saw that. Isle says, yep, honestly, HVL don't do that. As heated as Cardoso was, she was going to end up just like Big Foe. Yeah, it would have been worse. It could have been worse because at this point, she already knows she's out of the game. It could have got worse. SC Bread says, do you know Pearl Moore from Francis Marion College averaged 36 points a game in the college and was cut from the 76 Olympic team, but Pat Summitt made the team. I don't think Pat averaged no more than 10 to 15 points. I did not know that. That is a fun fact, but I'm not going to say I'm surprised by that. Country Notary agrees, says yes. He was moving real slow right there with the ref about the ref. MMA Lifestyle says HBL had her teammate back. She did. I mean, I got to give her props. I'm not going to lie. I give HBL props because had it been me, I don't think I would have ran up on no heated 6'8" player who I just saw flatten my teammate like a pancake. But shout out to HBL. She says, whatever is going to happen to me is going to happen. I'm about to go show her that you don't do that to my teammate. So shout out to HBL for having the guts to do that. But you can also see the fear in her eye as Cardoso turned to her and had her in her eyesight. You can see the fear immediately. Immediately, she was like, this was not a good decision. This was not a good decision. Isle says you see Cardoso shove the ref hands off of her. Yes, the refs subtracted herself from the equation. Like, girl, they don't pay me enough for this. Oh, that ref, you can see it if you watch the clip a lot, like I did. That ref was like, look, I don't want to do this. This ain't. Please leave me out of it. Please just get out of the way. She threw her hands up like, oh my gosh. MMA Lifestyle said Camilla won't be able to play the first round game for SC. That's correct. But I ain't worried because we've won games without her. So, I mean, It sucks. It sucks. The thing that really sucks is that they won the game and only the 6 players or 7 players that were left on the team were able to celebrate. So that's what sucks, but that's what y'all get because you should have stayed on the bench. And Camilla knew better. I will say that she knew that. Robert said, my question when she filed for Wally, why was it not a clear pass foul where a South Carolina shooter free throws and get the ball back? That's what I was also wondering. I thought when it's an intentional foul that you do shoot, but I think they had a foul to give, and maybe because she wasn't in the act of shooting and it was before she crossed the line, somewhere around there. I don't know. I'm not a ref, but they have some reason why they didn't, why it wasn't 2 shots. But then she did end up getting to take those shots. Now that I think about it, when they passed down all the penalties, they got shots for the intentional foul and they got shots for some techs on Cardoso, I believe. Kel says some of that push was a flop. It could be. I just know that girl hit that ground hard. I don't know. It was very loud. It felt like the microphones were just right there. And I don't think Cardoso meant to push her that hard. Maybe she did, maybe she didn't. I don't know if she really did mean to hit her, but the way that sounded, it was all bad. Kel says, MMA, you sound like the people that say Reese was scared on the bench. Be for real. Uh-oh. What happens next says the ref was like, y'all not about to mess up my hair. MMA says, oh yeah, Camilla did as Reese pulled her hair. This is coming from an LSU fan. Teresa says, MMA lifestyle, and I agree with you on that, but things happened so fast she reacted before thinking and felt like she needed to defend her teammate. Country says, Robert, I think the technicals and the clear path foul canceled each other out and possession went to the arrow. Okay. There you go. Country got it. Kels, she wasn't Angel. She wasn't Angel is a pro. She knows, and the Jackson isn't smart this close to March Madness. I agree with that. I think Angel knew not to get off that bench, and I think she knows, like, literally she has to play for this team. Like, she has to be on the floor. So her getting off the bench and being ejected possibly, or even getting into a fight and not being able to play will hurt this team more than anything. So I do think she was being very smart in staying away. I also think that just don't get involved. Cardoso was heated. I don't know what would have happened next. I don't know. I'm glad nothing else happened outside of that. MMA Lifestyle says to Teresa, very true. The possession arrow. IO says, I keep saying it wrong. I'm so sorry. IO, exactly. Fans in the stands need to stay in their lane, which is the seats. Plenty of refs, coaches, security to handle anything happening on the court. Hold real quick. Sorry, y'all again. Hold on. Don't go anywhere. All right, sorry, y'all. I have doggies, and they're little, so I don't need no accidents. Kel says, MMA, I know, but you sound like them folk. MMA says, wait, what folks are you talking about? I'm literally narrating y'all's conversation. Let me get to Country says the refs weren't ready either. When the clear path foul happened and Breezy and Watkins were John, the ref was moving real slow. They should have jumped in it right then, jumped right in then. True that. Exactly. That it felt like the lady who ended up getting in the between, like they had refs right there who weren't doing anything. She darts and runs to try to stop what's going on, but Cardoso was too quick. She ended up pushing the ref out of the way just to push Flage, which was crazy. I still think that was crazy. Teresa said, it's been said, though, that Kim Mulkey was encouraging her players to play dirty against Camilla. And what coach does that if that's true? Facts. I don't know a lot about Mulkey, but it's just something about her that rubs me the wrong way. She's a winner, but it's just something about her. I don't know. I mean, I love the players, though, and I feel like if they're playing for her, maybe there's some redeeming qualities about her. But it's just, I don't know. Kel says Angel hit Cardoso in the face twice, pulled her hair, and talked junk from jump ball. KC told the refs, and then I think she blowed her top when the ruckus popped off. Possibly. I did see when she was trying to tell the refs, all the refs, hey, she pulled my hair. But they were like, they returned a blind eye. They didn't do anything about it. IL says exactly, Kim would rather it be Cardoso versus Reese and don't like Cardoso sticking up for her teammates, but when Angel do it, it's cool. Oh, yep, just like I was saying earlier. Yeah. Kel says the folk that say Angel was scared. Angel or MMA says, oh no, Angel ain't never scared. I read your comment like you were getting at me. I was not understanding. Derek says, we will never find out why Angel was suspended. No. Not until she writes a book when she, maybe after she goes pro or something like that. Speaking of going pro, I know BG, Brittany Griner, is writing a book. I don't know when it's supposed to come out, but I wonder if she's going to talk about Coach Mulkey in her book, about some of the stuff that went down there with her. Teresa says, me personally had rather piss Cardoso off than Ashlyn Watkins. Right. I mean, I don't see Cardoso being this violent person. I think she's just big and she's strong. I feel like real hands would have been thrown if Ashlyn Watkins had gotten heated enough to do something about it. I agree with that. I do agree with that. RC says to everyone, I did just extend my Iowa Women's Hoops channel to Twitter, so now I'll be posting and sharing on Twitter as well. All right. Let me know what your handle is. I'll follow you on Twitter. MMA Lifestyle says, yeah, you did. Okay. You act like, okay. I'm not going into that. All right. IL says, right, this was nowhere near Malice in the Palace. Now, that was a real brawl. Yes, and I saw that live as well. I wasn't there, but me and my friend were watching that game, and oh my gosh, that was bananas. Dwayne says, like you said, in the big scheme, basketball players really are talkers. They ain't fighters. It ain't as awful as it's made out to be. Right. Kel says Fagan was grabbing the other girl. She didn't leave the bench. No, she didn't leave the bench, but if you watch it, as they were walking, like the bench started to get up and move forward, the coach grabbed her and some other players. He or she, I can't remember, you can see it, like yanked her back. And then she started grabbing other people. And then she didn't leave the bench, but everybody else ended up leaving and she stayed there. But at some point, I don't think she was meaning to leave the bench, but they were trying to tell them, don't even get close to whatever that line was. I did see her get yanked back. But she didn't cross the line and she ended up staying. IO says, along with Adele Talk coming early, they're getting Maddie McDonald and Joyce Edwards. Oh, yeah. I forgot about Talk. Maddie McDaniel. Yeah, I heard about Joyce Edwards, but yeah, Maddie McDaniel was the other one coming to South Carolina. Country said it was a couple of pushes, one really hard one. Yep. Real hard one. Tag early, not like kids early. She will be freshman next year. Okay. I don't even know how to say that and who is that. I watched some Maddie McD YouTube footage last week and my jaw dropped. That's what Nolan said. Like Seth say, next season my Hawkeye is going to be playing bumper cars in the arena. Won't be no hoops getting played there for next season. Well, they had a bunch of Iowa fans saying, don't be like Cheryl, don't be a Cheryl. So hopefully they can fill up those stands just like they did when Caitlin was there. We'll see. Camilla Cardoso. That's not crazy to think. I absolutely believe Angel and Camilla have respect for each other. Okay. I was thinking maybe I'm crazy, but it's just like when you think about the best competitors against each other, whether it's boxers, tennis, basketball, football, whatever, after you are battling these people for so much, you end up having a certain amount of respect because you're like, look, you never back down. We used to battle. You didn't let me get away with stuff. I didn't let you get away with anything. It is what it is. So outside of the being dirty stuff, I do think they have respect for each other. MMA is asking for the clip, Kels. Maddie be getting busy. Kels says they got to find it. Teresa says, I think Flage and Angel have against each other. Wait, I think that Flage and Angel have against each other than Angel and Camilla because of the mothers texting back and forth at the start of the season. I think that Flage and Angel have. So you're saying you still think they have some sort of beef a little bit? That's why Angel didn't want to help? I don't know about that. I did see Angel talking to Flage at the end of the game, like whatever she was saying to her, maybe because I think Flage really felt bad about how everything went down. Like she knows that she also didn't do the right thing in touching Ashlyn Watkins. So I think that's why she also went to go apologize to Don Staley. So I don't know. I think they put that beef behind them. I don't know if they're as close as they used to be because I don't really see them. I never really saw them outside of basketball that much anyway. I know I saw some clips where they were doing interviews and stuff together after they won the championship, but I don't know if they're as close as they used to be, but I don't know. I think they seem to be cool when I saw them after the game. Country says, I think so too. I don't know. I missed what we're thinking about. I don't know what Kels and MMA lifestyle are talking about. RC says, Jay, go out there and get them dogs, damn it. I don't know what they're doing. I'm trying to let them out. They didn't want to go out. Now I'm afraid they're just in my living room and kitchen, like wrecking havoc. Oh, no, Rebel's right here. The other one's out there doing something crazy, I'm sure. RC says, salute to Nolan. Okay, here comes Onyx. He must have heard me talking. Hey, go sit down. Teresa says, teammates defend each other that's the way it is, and it happens in every league. That's facts. That's facts. Isle says, right, Camilla, good until you mess with one of hers, and then she gets that look in her face and forgets how strong she is. You might not want to try her. Paris is in the house. What up? What up? Thanks for showing up. Thanks for being in the live. Hey, y'all, if y'all have not hit the thumbs up, please hit the thumbs up. I've had over 50 people in here at one point. So I should have at least 50 likes, Tamika says, I think you are looking Thinking about the clear path foul. Country says the ref is a whole meme now. Really? I haven't seen it. Dwayne says technical for fighting overruled the intentional foul the way that's why LSU got the ball and not SC. Okay. Io says, I don't think she meant to pancake her either. Somebody said her teammates have said she's a gentle giant until you mess with her. With one of hers, tempers flare and she forgets how strong she is. Yeah, I believe that. I don't think Cardoso has like a mean bone in her body like that, you know. I think she seems to be, like you said, very overprotective of her teammates. And it's probably just in life in general. Look how big she is. She's probably been the protector of many people all through school the whole time. Like, she probably goes in like, hey, don't you mess with my friend. Like, that's the friend you go get when you need some help. You know what I'm saying? So it's probably just automatically in her. Not saying it's right. Not saying she should put her hands on anybody, but I can see that. She says, Io says, who? The woman reffing who backed away? Paris says, yo, I heard Flage making a diss track for real. I seen something on her page. It's called AMF. I heard a clip, but didn't see anything too subliminal. And that's what rappers do. And I wouldn't be surprised, but she was the one on the floor, not Cardoso. So if she wants to make a diss track, I mean, okay. Okay. I think she should just leave it alone. Just leave it alone. Yes, Io, the black female ref. Tamika said, you and Sess ever think about doing something together? I think that would be crazy. I have not thought about that, but I think it would be dope. I would love for us independent, smaller channels. I'm the smallest. I'm the baby of the group, but our channels get together and do something cool. That's a good idea. I might hit up Sess and C or RC or whoever wants to collab. I think that would be dope. Not a diss track. She trying to release that before the NCAA tourney, huh? I don't think she should write a diss track about that. She wasn't on the winning end of that. Teresa says, and to think some of these guys try to get knocked out on purpose to get the foul. Is it Haley Franks that does that all the time? I don't know who that was. Oh, what team was that? I want to say they were playing LSU. It might be this Haley Franks. I don't remember, but she had like 7 or 8 charges against LSU one time. They were barely touching her and she was flying across the floor and they kept calling charge after charge. And I'm like, y'all don't see this girl flopping? Like, let's be for real. Robert says clear path foul is when you ahead of somebody and they reach and fouling you from behind. Paris says, man, bottom line, you never hear or heard South Carolina name in the media, but you always heard or hear LSU, Angel Reese, Flage. They stay invited to media. We just get caught in the toxicity. Yeah, you never do, because I think there's no quote unquote superstar on South Carolina. Dawn Staley is not about that life. She's about X's and O's and following through and getting the job done. And anybody at any time can be that, the superstar of the night, but she does not conform to that. She don't care about ranking. She don't care about popularity. She just wants the bottom line done. LSU is a more flashy team. The personalities of Flage. I mean, Flage's been on TV since she was a kid. Like, I watched the rap game. That's where I know her from. And I didn't realize it was her playing for LSU last year. I was like, that's Flage, the rapper? That's pretty cool. But an Angel just has her personality is made to be in the media. Now, they did demonize her with this whole Caitlin Clark thing, so she got popularity for a different in a different way. But yeah, there's some big personalities there on LSU. Mulkey is a problem. She lies. She's the type that throws rocks and hides behind her hands. I would believe that because I don't really like Mulkey. IL, she says she's going to do it after the tournament. I want to hear this song. Texas just beat Iowa State to win the Big 12 championship. Shout out to Texas. Oh, stay involved with the media. Okay. IL says, exactly. Ashlyn would have did more than pancake her. She would have slept that girl. Yeah. I think things happen and it wasn't a lot. And thank goodness it wasn't a lot because for some reason, I feel like Nisa has hands too. I don't know why I think that. Maybe because she's from Chicago. But I feel like Anissa Morrow, if she really wanted to get in there, she could do some damage. I know Watkins. I just feel like she got hands. For Wally, I feel like she got hands. I know they know better than to do that because Dawn don't play that. And I think Nisa, that's her last resort. So I'm glad no fighting actually happened. MMA Lifestyle says Texas is deep to lose their star point guard. Let's see. Maddie is injured. She says as Paris bet is because she hoping they win the Natty so she can really talk her shit. Paris says if anyone thought Ford was going to get jumped on national television during the T1 women's college basketball game is delusional. Flage was not in danger. Her brother was a clown. I agree. I need to pin this comment because this is what I'm talking about. Nothing really happened. Nothing was going to happen. She got pushed. It was loud. That was it. She got up. She was fine. They continued to play the game. It wasn't that big a deal. But yeah, her brother running to her rescue was real. It was crazy. Just think about as many times as things happen on the court between players. I ain't never seen somebody's family member jumping out of the stands to try to stand up for their brother, sister, daughter, son, whatever. I ain't never seen that. Now, if they're hurt, that's one thing. But even then, I don't see them running, going to the court. They're not allowed to. So that was just weird. Who do you think Sarah Strong will pick? Who do y'all think Sarah Strong, what school she's going to pick? McDaniel will be ready by the start of the season. Paris says, fact, she'll look super dumb if she dropped the diss and lost. Robert says, Coach Kim Mulkey has been like that ever since she was there. She was at Baylor with outrageous takes. No one held her accountable for the crazy things she used to say. A lot of people in Texas don't like her. Yep. That's why I'm saying if BG drops this book, it might get spicy. MMA Lifestyle says my Rockets beat the Spurs 103-101. Love it. Although I never was a Rockets fan. I was always a Lakers fan, but I lived in Houston. So outside of them playing against the Lakers, any other team, I would root for Houston. MMA Lifestyle says, hit that thumbs up, y'all. Come on, hit it. I'm going to show a couple of more clips, and then it's almost 3 hours, y'all. I ain't never been on here this long. We're going to get out of here. I'm going to go through these comments. Sess got them Uncle Tennessees. She does. IL says exactly that one got laid out. Can't be the one releasing a so-called diss track. I know she's a rapper, but girl, right. Like, I just rap about something else. Don't rap about this, because then you poking the bear. Teresa says to Robert, Kim should be held accountable for the things she says. I agree. Tamika says, shake my head. It was called an intentional foul because there was no clear path foul in women's college basketball. Isle says to Paris, exactly, she shouldn't release it, but if she's gonna, she might as well go on ahead and drop it, pun intended. Drop it. Drop it like a pancake. Dwayne says Texas is going to be a great addition to the SEC. I know. That's going to be crazy, these new teams coming into the SEC. Tamika says, but there should have been technical fouls on every player that left the bench. I think the ref said, F it, let's hurry and get the heck out of here. Right, because I thought it should have been more tech. I thought it should have been a tech against Ashlyn, a tech against Flage, if not an ejection, because she did push, or at least a flagrant foul or some kind of something. Maybe not an ejection, but something. And then Haley Van Lith, and just techs all around. But yeah, they were like, we just want this game to be over. It's 2 minutes left. I've never seen Anissa fight, but I'm 1,000% sure she got hands. She just looked like she got hands. I mean, do you see how this girl is rocking this black eye? It's like, I've been here before. Like, I'm good. What else you got? She said it in the press conference. I'm tough. Whatever you try to do to stop me, you're not going to stop me. That's why I love her. I love her. Country said the whole thing only lasted about 10 seconds. Exactly. Robert says South Carolina was up 73-66 when Cardoso pushed the game. Is on SEC Network almost over. Yeah, they were up, and yes, they were going to win, but it still was a little bit of time left that they could have made a small push. I wasn't in fear of South Carolina losing at that point, but stranger things have happened. Cardoso hit a game-winning three, so I'm not putting anything past anybody. Teresa, or AO was talking to Teresa. Let's see. Well, brother went to jail, so probably won't be seeing sister play anytime soon. Yeah, he did go to jail. Like I said, he got charged with assault and battery and something else. I forget the charges, because they said he literally stepped on the shoulders and head of whoever was sitting at that table. So that person probably can also press charges as well. Sarah Strong, the North Carolina State, I believe. South Carolina's second choice. All right. I think so too. It'd be interesting to see Oklahoma and Texas in the SEC next year. Yep. Paris says, listen, Moki can say whatever she want, and we all know why. You are 1,000% correct. Let Dawn had said that ESPN, ABC, NBC, the whole alphabet would have been on her head. Correct. We also know that's why Cardoso was really good in restraining herself and not messing with Haley Van Lith, because that would have also been a problem, even though Haley Van Lith touched her first. But you are 1,000% correct. And that's also part of why Moki has been able to get away with a lot of stuff she's been able to get away with saying, because of that privilege that she has. Teresa says exactly to Paris. Paris says, I lost all respect for Moki, but she is being like, I lost all respect for Moki, but she is being, I don't know. She was like, that N did she do to big. Okay. I think I know what you're saying, but I kind of don't. She was like that N, what did she do to BG? I think the point is, what did she do to BG? And I hope it's in the book. I hope it's in the book. Io says, yo, Don could never said what Kim did. They would have been going crazy on Don for that. Yes. Paris says they thought this was AAU. Kel says they lying about dudes stepping on somebody. They would have replayed that 15,000 times by now. I don't know if they're lying. He did jump over that table, and in the still that I did see, his foot was on somebody's body. But I also know so much stuff was happening in front. I don't think they too much care about that person get stepped on. The story isn't that Flage's brother stepped on somebody at the scorer's table. The story is that scuffle happened and Flage's brother came out to try to approach Cardoso. So I don't know if they really paid attention to that. Nolan says, great show tonight, Jay. Thank you. Thank you, Nolan, for showing up. I'm going to show these clips, and then we're going to get out of here. I really appreciate y'all for hanging out for this long. Teresa says, Dawn is respected, though. Flage apologized to her, and then the hug showed that. Yep. And then Io says, I wouldn't be surprised if BG let the chopper sing on Moki. Yes. All right. A couple of clips here. So here is, okay, where we at? Here's the fight, or the little scuffle. Let me rewind it. Just quickly.
Gamecocks for Wiley. And that could be an intentional foul.
Like, literally, this was not very long.
Oh, we don't want this.
Shout out to Raven. Shout out to Raven
And
for
quickly
holding
things escalate on
until
blood on
coach
her
can
lip. Let's
come
see what
over
just happened
and
again.
grab Flage. Shout out to Raven for
Flage
doing
Johnson
that.
holds on to Malaysia for Wiley. And then Flage pushes Watkins.
Wow.
That's when Cardoso comes up and
Look at
pushes
Raven.
Flage down. Somebody jumped over the scorer's table
Raven
from
did
the
not let her go
stands.
until that coach came over. Cardoso. Look at Haley. Look at Haley Van Lith. There's that coach struggling with that whistle y'all were talking about. Look at Haley. Look at her. Look at her face.
So
She's
the
like, no,
officials
no,
are
no.
at the monitor
wait,
looking at this
wait,
again.
I didn't mean to. Hold on. wait. She did not want it. She didn't want it. Let's see. Oh, one thing. We already know what Dawn has said. I don't know if I need to play that unless y'all want to see the clips. I don't know. Do y'all want to see the clips of what Mulkey said and what Dawn said? If you do, I'll play it. If not, I won't. But this one thing that happened during the press conference with Angel, I understand that there were a lot of heated things going on and emotions was high after this game, after the loss, after the whole scuffle. But I felt that Angel was particularly heated, and I did not know where this was coming from. So we're going to watch this clip, and then I'm going to tell y'all what I heard.
The #1 team in the country, and you guys gave them everything that they could handle again today.
We're not going to make that an excuse. We're not scared of South Carolina, and I'm going to repeat that. We're not scared of South Carolina. And a lot of people are scared of them, and we came in and battled to the end. And, of course, we came up short, but we'll see them again, or whoever will see them again. But I'm just happy, and I'm going to acknowledge my teammates first, because Janae, Aaliyah, they came off the bench and did big things for us. Michaela, she was frustrated because she had to do minimum numbers in minimum time, but she came out there and did what she did, and she defended and she played as hard as she could. So being able to be proud of this team, I'm not going to give them all the credit because I know how hard we played. We played hard, we played tough, we did whatever it took to win, and sadly we came up short, but I'm happy where we are right now, and anybody seeing us moving forward should be scared.
Okay, I just saw your comment, Paris. I'm gonna get to it. But it seemed like Angel was really heated because I'm like, who said that LSU was scared of South Carolina? I don't know where that came from. Apparently, Alexis Morris, who is the former player of LSU, who was the point guard, I believe, who is now with the Harlem Globetrotters, went live after the game. I saw the video, but I didn't watch the whole thing to know exactly what she said. But she pretty much said LSU is scared of South Carolina. They always been scared of South Carolina. There's no leadership on this team. If there was a real leader, none of this would have never happened. I played South Carolina by myself last time we played. I took care of South Carolina. I was the leader pretty much. So I don't know where she was like aiming at, why she was even speaking, why that even came up. But if that came out before the press conference and Angel saw that, then I understand why Angel was so heated with this answer. Because I was like, nobody said you were scared of South Carolina. I don't know where that came from. But if you go watch what Alexis Morris said during that live, it would make sense what Angel was saying. She was literally, I guess, not literally, she was pretty much speaking to Alexis through that question, I guess, and not really answering the question the guy was talking about, which is crazy because I thought they were cool. The last time someone mentioned Alexis Morris, Angel, they asked her how does she feel about Alexis going to the Globetrotters or whatever. And Angel was like, oh, I love Alexis. I was just talking to her yesterday. I love her so much. Thank you, whatever. And she said, I love you to the camera. And that was it. But I don't know. I don't know why Alexis would say that. And then I don't know. It was crazy. So that part, and then that little part when she says, we'll see them again, or somebody will see them again. That was another part people were poking, saying that, oh, that means she's not coming back next year. So I thought that was interesting, y'all. So hit those like buttons if you haven't already. If you haven't subbed and you would like to, go ahead. I promise you will not be sorry that you did. Paris said, wait. Teresa said Dawn is respected though, and Flage apologizing to her, and then the hug showed that. Yep. Of course, I mean Dawn Staley is also a awesome basketball player, an Olympian, a professional basketball player. She's been in the game a very long time, and she's a great coach. So how can you not love her and respect her? Io said, I wouldn't be surprised if BG I already said that, sorry. Io says, right, Raven is a peacemaker, or Raven the peacemaker. Paris said, did y'all see that text message that went viral from the SC fan said about Flage? Yes. Wait, was it about Flage? Saying something like she was a thug or her brother was a thug or these thugs or something like that? Is that the one you're talking about? Teresa said, what would have Kim said if HVL had been knocked down? She looks smaller than Flage to me. Right. Well, what would her and the rest of the world would have said if HVL got knocked down, even though she initiated it? Come here, Rebel. Come on. Kel says, no, we seen them. Okay, I'm not going to show them. Paris, I saw that somewhere on YouTube. Ridiculous. Paris says, Cardoso is big as hell. That girl don't know her own strength, and Brazilians are no joke. Did y'all see her mama? Right. Now, let's be for real. The brother want to come down, let the mom and the sister come down, and let the family get into it. The mama don't look like she play around. Paris says, Io, that's what they think when we act like that. I'm sure that wasn't the only message sent. Yeah. I'm sure thug wasn't the only word used either. Robert says disorderly conduct charge against her brother also. Okay. Kel says, oh, Cardoso is somebody here. My bad. If I didn't see that name. Io says to Paris, I don't be caring about what they think no matter how we act. Same. Facts. Io says Alexa's been talking reckless. Paris says Io has it. She's super reckless. Her and BG need to get together and do a podcast or something. Who are we talking about? Country says someone said it best on an earlier chat. Morris is still trying to be in the spotlight. It seems that way because that had nothing to do with her at all. Your time has passed, sister. All right. Got my dog in my lap. Paris says, girls, ain't nobody scared of your ass. Kel says, talking about an age limit on a W because she can't best out 38-year-olds. Paris says, Alexis Morrow, laughing emoji, beat. Morris left LSU and been on one ever since. Kel says, fact, she needs to go and practice for the Generals. Paris says, I was on a live soon as I seen her go live. She apologized to South Carolina and said, congrats. She's funny. I was on the live soon as, who are we talking about? Who are we talking about, Paris? Io said somebody on YouTube summed up the LSU and South Carolina game saying something like, you can really boil all this down to SEC's tagline. It just means more. Yep. That is true. I mean, the SEC, that conference seems to be more heated competition, and not like fighting, but it just seems like really, really tough competition. And they go for it. So y'all, that is it. I have hit 3 hours on this thing. I did not mean to go this long. And that's why my dogs have been going crazy, and I'm scared to go in the next room to see what has happened in there. But I want to thank everybody in the chat, everyone that came over, everyone that was in the comments, that we're talking back and forth. I really appreciate it. Like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. If the more you do that, the more I get on the algorithm and the more people see me and the more fun we can have in these chats. Tuesday Night Live. Nothing's happening next week besides Selection Sunday. So I may be here Tuesday. I'm pretty sure I will be. But if I'm not, I'll make sure I'll let y'all know. But come back next Tuesday. Watch the videos I have already here. Again, I do music, entertainment, all that stuff. I have a podcast. So if you like any of that stuff, check that stuff out. And yeah, I'm going to be out. I got a few more. Did LSU women's basketball, Haley Van Lith, say what you said, or you just joking? What? That I'm sorry? If you're talking about me, I was just reading her face when Cardoso looked at her after she pushed her. She looked like she was like, oh, my bad. I didn't think that through. Thank you. Ice Cold in the house. Thank you so much. Dwayne says, great show. Thank you so much. Io, thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, Alexis Morris. Okay. Hold on. Let me go back real quick. She apologized to South Carolina and said, congrats. J Boog, you are awesome. Just discovered your channel tonight. Thank you, Teresa. I really appreciate it. Thank y'all. Come back, watch some of my old videos, get my views up, so I can be out there like the other ones and we can just have a good time. I don't just talk about sports, but if that's what y'all are here for, welcome to the fam. Welcome to the crew. I appreciate it. After this is over, after the NCAA, I'm an Aces girl. I'm going to be talking about Aces and WNBA when that season starts. So I hope y'all hanging with me for the long haul. And I appreciate y'all. Go Gamecocks. That's right. Let's go. All right, y'all. Thanks for hanging with me. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace out.